yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll take for their disease. Breathe just like a wing, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip gods into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Well, let's get it going. Hey, guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me during this Sebastian Rogers missing update live. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for sharing the live video. I really appreciate that because it helps my channel grow. And if you support the channel, then hit the thumbs up. Share this live. It's so free and so simple to do. Hello, Michelle. Shauna, Bo is in the house. Elaine, thank you for being here. Hey, April. Good to see you, darling. Mary Ann, Lindsay, April 9th is my birthday. Lindsay is unexpectedly leaving vacation. Okay. I won't email you back then. Safe travels, honey. Hey, Janet. Thank you for being here and listening. Thank you as well, Jeff, for always plugging how to become a member and the stand store, because the stand store that's how I book readings, unless you know my phone number. And if you know my phone number, then I guess that's how we book readings. Um, yeah, Sebastian Rogers, we will find you. You are going to be coming home. Say his name, Sebastian Rogers. Where is Sebastian Rogers? Sebastian Strong, thank you, Michelle. Member for 3 months. Member for 3 months, and we appreciate you being a part of the watchers. This is what we do. We watch, we investigate. We investigate another way, don't we? We sure do. Hey, Angel, for you. Good to see you. Hey, Smack Talker. Good afternoon. Just sitting and watching, driving. Thank you so much for listening to Sebastian Rogers' update, because we do have an update today. Last night, right as I'm laying in bed, I received a text message showing this update with Sebastian Rogers, and that is from AtNight. And no, I'm not a fan of AtNight. I'm not a fan of some other creators, and that's okay. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to be, buds. People that are keeping Sebastian's name out there, that's what I'm talking about. Being what we want to see. No matter how silly, no matter how goofy, no matter how great the information is, we are keeping Sebastian's name out there in the public eye. We haven't stopped. We are not going to stop. We are going to continuously talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, right? We are going to continuously put out updates when we, see that they could be something of substance, whether how big, small, and different. And we talk about it. We share the information. Yeah, we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. Thank you for what you do, Shauna. It takes a village, don't it? It takes us all. It takes us all. This channel is vastly different. It is vastly different. Sometimes it's very lonely because it is so different. It's so different, but I feel called. I quit real estate. I quit selling real estate to sell nothing except a different way to find the missing. And I'm not going to get emotional, but it is very lonely over here. Very lonely. But with you guys being here, y'all have no idea. You just have no idea. Absolutely no idea how much your support. I appreciate the support. I really do. I appreciate you guys so much for trying another way to understand reality and the reality of how we could find the missing using the maps that I create. And no, the maps are not created using the method of astrocartography. Astrocartography is not what I do. That is not what I do at all. It is so innovative. It's so different. But you guys are here supporting me every step of the way. And I so appreciate you guys. Okay. So appreciate you guys doing the good work. The missing deserve it. Yes, they do. And we appreciate you too for what you do to help, for what Michelle does to help, for what Angel for you does to help, and Lindsay and April and Jill and everybody that has contributed, even just contributing to the channels to help support Sebastian Rogers, Janet, Marianne, Elaine, Bo, Michelle, Smack Talker, each and every one of you. We are Sebastian's army. And without us, there is no Sebastian's army. We are Sebastian's army. That's what we do. We advocate for Sebastian. We advocate for the missing. So here's the update. Okay, let's look at the update. Without further ado, let's look at the update for Sebastian Rogers because he is still missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. He went missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee in February 2024. Last seen in Sumner County, Tennessee. There is an Amber Alert. This is an active investigation, whether we hear news from the FBI or the TBI or Sumner County, it is still an active investigation. It's going to be active until Sebastian is found. AtNight put out a post, okay? They put out a post 12 hours ago, May 31st, and it continuously goes on and on and on talking about at April 9th, 2026, AtNight Creative Intelligence received and began processing a priority lead package connected to the Long Hollow Pike corridor. The Long Hollow Pike lead has since generated a growing volume of follow-up information, review items, and potential lead development work. As a result, One World is making an unprecedented administrative adjustment to its private reward offer while continuing to seek credible actionable information in Sebastian's disappearance. Effective immediately, One World's private reward offer is adjusted from up to 500,000 to 250,000. The FBI's separate public reward remains up to 50,000, subject to FBI terms and eligibility criteria. Accordingly, the maximum combined reward now available is up to 300,000, up to 250 from One World, plus 50,000 from the FBI where applicable. That is all of that post is basically that right there. That is the update in a nutshell. What I'm going to do is provide an update of the astrology that is going to coincide with this post because that's what we do. That's what we do because we investigate another way. Right. Why reduce it? Yeah. So we're going to look at that. Okay. We're going to look at that. Let's go ahead and look at the comment section. Let's look at the comment section. This is 55 minutes ago from Debbie. Debbie says, Chris said he will never be found. So why don't you talk to Craddock and get him to bring Chris and Katie to the office and question them separately until they speak the truth? Then we've got justice for Sebastian, justice for Sebastian. Then we've got some other. This is, y'all remember the Rita girl? This is her, Patricia. She has changed her account name. Another trick and another lie. You people should keep on lying, but we're watching you closely. Sebastian is currently in Mexico and you're avoiding paying for his release. Andrew Mack has requested 100,000, which you should have paid by now. And this goes on and on and on, talking about Mexico. Here it is again. Why have you decreased your reward? Or am I reading it incorrectly? Here comes Patricia again, who is the Rita girl. These people really know what they're doing. The reason they decreased the amount is so they can pay Andrew Mack $250,000. They want to pay only half of the total money. They are smart in their own way, and I hope this strategy works for them this time. I am confident in what I'm saying. This person has been constantly saying this on their posts. If you've ever read AtNight's Creative Intelligence post, you know the girl Rita, now Patricia, is consistently saying that Sebastian is being held in Mexico. Sebastian is currently in Mexico with Andrew Mack. Andrew Mack told them to pay him the money he requested to release Sebastian immediately. The man said he sent them a message and told them that he is okay with 100,000. The reason why they keep posting all these lies and rubbish is because they are trying to avoid paying for his release. They have created 25 different lies because of this money. They have the money, but they don't want to pay it. Rubbish is not an English word. We really don't use rubbish, do we? We really don't use the word rubbish. Donna Davis Looks like she is a specialist retired at the US federal government, studied computer science at UAB. That's who this chick is replying to. Donna is asking, what did Andrew Mack do? So Donna is coming into the chat. Becky is also talking to Donna, and Becky is saying, that lady is a troll pretending to have Sebastian. They have been banned over and over again with fake names, which is true. Which is true. And then Patricia says, that is what you can say because I'm exposing you all. I did not give your team the chance to lie to the general public again. And then she says, yes, my name is Kelly Rita. I am waiting to see more lies in the next post. This corruption must stop. And then Patricia is asked to send proof. Becky is asking Patricia to send proof to the FBI. And if they verify, you get your gold. Huh. And it just keeps on going. I'm confused. Why are they lowering the reward? I mean, they said basically why they are lowering the reward. I guess because they've got a credible lead and now they're going to lower it. It really makes no sense to me at all. None of this at night stuff has ever made any sense to me. But like I said, I'm all for those who are keeping Sebastian's name out in the open, even if it's silly, even if it doesn't make sense. But we do have a timestamp, don't we? And we know that astrology is all about time. Timestamps. Love it. Timestamps for even when AtNight was created. We've got a timestamp for when they were created. We know that Nick the Hat runs AtNight. They don't work with me. I did send Nick the Hat. I did send him in the very early stages of Sebastian's investigation. I did send him the map, but it blew his mind. And he can't, a lot of people just can't get past the lines and they're like, oh God, what is this? I don't know. But I told him, I said, look at the map. But before you actually look at the map and try to understand it, we need to have a phone conversation. I need to walk you through how to read this map because it's not like a map you've ever seen. But as long as you can go to the hot spots, that's where it's at to find Sebastian because that's the goal. The maps that I create work best with the information that the law enforcement and the family have. Without that, I'm working it by myself and it's very difficult. Okay. With that being said, hold on just a second. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, darling. I don't know if you meant to send 199 twice, but thank you, baby. Thank you for supporting the channel. We really appreciate you so much. So much. And even those that can't send $1, it's okay. But those that can, I really appreciate it when you do and when you have that unction to just give, because it does help. It helps the channel grow. And I really appreciate that. Yes, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Bring Sebastian home. And sharing and liking the video is so important. Sharing the video, liking the video, it is so important to get other people, other astrologers even. You know how many astrologers have no idea what we could actually do with the tool of astrology? They would love to see this. I can't get it out to everybody, but they would love to see this other side of the beauty and the majestic way that God works in our life. It's absolutely phenomenal what we do here. I'm learning, but it wouldn't let me change the amount. I see. Thank you so much. It wasn't meant to be, sis. Wasn't meant to be. Yes. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all of you, for being here. So, yes, Jeff. Thank you to Lindsay for being a member for 4 months. It means a lot. It helps the channel, helps me keep going, helps me not be such a starving artist. So, the other thing that I want to talk about before I get into the astrology, because I've got to set this up for you guys. I've got to set this update up for you to understand what it is that I'm seeing and I'm thinking and I'm investigating, okay? And then we're going to pull the map out. Just give me a minute, okay? Because it's so important for us to remember what has taken place with Sebastian. You know, I did a whole live, I did a video about the different timestamps in the lives and in the video about what we're watching, how we can use this as clues to find Sebastian Rogers. But we have to look at these updates, right? We have to look at Sebastian Rogers missing updates, right? Thank you, Smack Talker. Thank you. Oh, Narita. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your donation. Yes, thank you. Yeah, say his name, Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian Rogers. He's coming home. Come hell or high, he's coming home. We're not stopping, okay? We're not stopping. This is where I am wanting to take you now. Okay, so we see this and we see Mexico. Okay, we see this and we see Mexico. When I show you the transits, okay, when I show you guys the transits and I talk about the live last night, Michelle, you're going to want to hear this. You're definitely going to want to hear this, Michelle. When I talk about the live from last night, it's going to make sense to you guys. And I'm going to dumb it down as much as I can so we can all, not that you guys are dummies, not that anybody that's going to watch this live after is dummies. It's just that sometimes astrology needs to be dumbed down if you're not an astrologer, and that's okay. That is perfectly okay, right? To say that. People will say to me all the time, "Can you dumb this down? Can you, talk to me like I'm an elementary student?" And that's definitely true. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that, sis. Okay, so let me share this. Okay, so happens to be Jennifer Coffindaffer this morning. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Can't really make this any bigger. But what I want you to do is just listen because I'm going to replay little clips. Okay. I want you to hear what I'm saying. This is from a past live, and it just so happens to be Jennifer Coffindaffer this morning. This is going to it's going to be in transit all day today. It's coming to that 1759. So it's going to be in transit all day today, tonight, and then it will peak at 2:30 in the morning. And the moon, the dark moon is right there. It's going to sit right there as the full moon comes to his divine justice. And the full moon, before it exits Sag, it's going. And before it goes into Capricorn, it's coming over that dark moon. This is big transit for him. It's a big transit for him. It is a big transit for him. And we're going to talk about it again because I'm going to be reminding you guys. I'm just going to constantly remind you and myself because I think we need that. I think we've got a lot of relationship problems with the FBI. A lot of relationship problems with the FBI. There's a lot of warring that's going on with the FBI, and they descend with Terry Bowersox. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know if they had anything to do with it, but that's what I see. That's what I continue to see. Mercury at a 24 degree. Well, Mercury is actually here. And Mercury is the media. The media is opposing the investigation. The media, Jennifer Coffindaffer. But it's not just Jennifer Coffindaffer now. We see it's not just Jennifer Coffindaffer. It's also AtNight, the media and the FBI. Okay, so the media, this is what I'm seeing on the 29th. Today is the 31st. But this was already taking place. I mean, this wasn't just a spur of the moment. Let me write all this up from AtNight. This is what has been in orb. This is what has been in transit. The media. the FBI descending with Terry Bowersox for some reason. For some reason. And when I say descend, what does descend mean? Well, if you ascend, you're going up. If you descend, you're going down. They descend, they go down with Terry Bowersox. They ascend in Libra with Justice, and they descend with Aries, warring. Could have something to do with the head. Competition. It's fiery. Okay. The FBI ascends at a 2542 in Libra, and they descend at a 2542 in Aries. Terry Bowersox has a 2542 in Aries. That means that Terry Bowersox sits, just hangs out and sits on the descendant, how the FBI descends with relationships and partnerships. They descend with him. They are magnetized to Katie, and they descend with Terry Bowersox. Yeah, share, like. This is Sebastian Rogers update. This is a true, real deal update. Okay. It's just another way to investigate. And a lot of people that don't understand this is because you're not listening. You got to come on this channel constantly to listen and to learn something new. That's it. If you are incapable of learning anything new, which I don't think that anybody is, I think that we're all capable. It just may not be something that you can digest, and that's okay, but you have to digest it and hear it all the time in order to really understand. We ascend when we come into the earth, we ascend. I ascend. I shine in Pisces, but I ascend in Gemini. But the FBI, they descend with Terry Bowersox for some reason. For some reason, I would love to know why. I would love to know why. Wouldn't you guys? We don't know why. We don't know why. He does. There's something about him, his wife, and their relationship with Katie that is connected to the FBI, no matter what time they're born. Okay? No matter what time they're born. Seth is connected to the TBI. You know, we all have connections to other people in our life. And if you're not an astrologer or you don't have an astrologer in your back pocket, then you're not going to know what these connections are. All right, let's keep moving on. And I know you can't see these all that great, but just listen. Just listen to what I'm saying here. Okay? Just listen to what I'm saying here. And if I could get this bigger, I would, but I haven't figured out how to do that. Yeah, no, I haven't. See if I can do it this way. Nope. Okay, this is about as big as I can make it. Let's see. Nope. Let's see if that one's bigger. Nope. No. Okay, this is it. This is the only way I can do it. All right, let's just listen to it though. Is opposing the justice. So now we've got a lot of, okay, now this one, you that the dark moon is upon him. This is it. It's the beginning of it. It's justice. Echoing the past justice that has not been served because we can't find Sebastian. Once we find Sebastian, if there is any justice to be served, it will be served. We got to find him first. He could be in your state, Jennifer Coffindaffer. He could be right down the road. You got to sign out. You got to sign in your yard. Be what you want to see in the world, guys. So what I'm saying here is the dark moon, and I'm going to break it all down for you again to help you understand what I understand. But listen to this one more time, okay? Just listen one more time. And when I tell you that the dark moon is upon him, this is it. It's the beginning of it. It's justice. It's the beginning of it. We are only seeing the beginning. We are only seeing the beginning, guys. We got a hard, we got some months to really watch this and try to obtain clues from it because that's what it's all about with the way that we investigate on this channel. Echoing the past justice that has not been served because we can't find Sebastian. Once we find Sebastian, if there is any justice to be served, it will be served. We got to find him first. He could be in your state, Jennifer Coffindaffer. He could be right down the road. You got to sign out. You got a sign in your yard. Be what you want to see in the world, guys. Be what you want to see. Yeah, we know how that dark moon rolls.
As the spokesperson for
And just in case for you guys that don't know what I'm talking about with Jennifer Coffindaffer, this is it. This is what began this right here with Jennifer Coffindaffer is what began the echoing of justice. This is how we are looking at it from another perspective because that's what we're doing. We're looking at the astrology from another perspective.
Sebastian Rogers on the part of the father is deceased with a horrible heart attack that happened in the early mornings a couple of weeks ago.
Honey, it's been longer than a couple of weeks.
That case is just dead on the vine.
No, no, Jen, it's not. It's just not. It's dead on the vine to you. Okay? Let's get this correct. She did rile up a lot of people and their energy. And here's where I come in, okay? Here is where I come in and I say, okay, no, we did not like it. No, we did not like what she said. When Jeff first heard it, he said, poor choice of words. And I agree. Poor choice of words. Have we ever talked to someone and we weren't scripted and we had a poor choice of words and we was like, dang, and we're trying to apologize. I'm so sorry. I had a poor choice of words. I was not thinking correctly. So I will give her a pass. I'm forgiving. I want forgiveness. So I'm a forgiving person. I won't forget it, but I'm a forgiving person. I probably won't ever forget it, but I'm only human, I'm only human. And we have to look at that in that perspective too, is that she is only human. She wasn't scripted. She had a poor choice of words. She tried to, once I, typed a little something, something in there, she was trying to retract. She said she was doing a little caveat. And again, another poor choice of a word, but nevertheless, she could use her channel to raise awareness about Sebastian. All these people that she has gained, with talking about Nancy Guthrie, all these people that she has gained, she can let them know, hey, we got a missing kid. Either way, I don't want to. That's really not the update. The update is the AtNight stuff. Last night, when they posted, right? Last night when they posted about AtNight, or when AtNight posted about Sebastian, and we saw all that stuff with Mexico, I put out a post and I wanted to let you guys know that I was going to be talking about this today. 13 hours ago, I put currently the dark moon. Hold on, let me show it to you. Here we go. Here we go. Let me show this to you. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. Remove this. We don't need that anymore. Now I'm going to add this to the stage. When they posted that and I received the share, the link, and I went and read it, I said, currently the dark moon in Sag is at an 1804, which connects to Mexico. Disordered aggression with Mexico. Interesting. Also interesting about a quote, long hollow pike lead. We will look at this date of April 9th, 2026, tomorrow when I go live about missing Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Okay. The 1804 is found in other states' charts like Georgia. Like Georgia. Georgia has an 1804. Mexico has an 1804. And as soon as I got off the live last night, I talked to Michelle. We were talking about her transit with the dark moon at an 1805. Well, right after I put this on there, not sure if Michelle saw this or not. If she ever saw this post, she can let us know if she did or not. We talked about the ways that it could express itself with her coming to her descendant, because she is very connected to Sebastian Rogers. Her chart connects. When I say connects, I'm talking about the degrees. A lot of us are connected to Sebastian's chart in different ways. Okay, in different ways. But this update with Sebastian Rogers, who is missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, whether we like it or not, whether we like the fact that they decreased it, they increased it, what they did, they are still keeping Sebastian's face out there in the media. But this is where we can look at Sebastian's chart and get a better idea of how this is actually affecting him at a personal level. Okay? Because Sebastian is being affected at a personal level with everything that is going on, that has been going on in the month of May and is going to continue to go on. And I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Yes. Hi, everybody coming in. Thank you so much for being here. His eyes. Michelle's like, I got it. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Type it. Say it. Sebastian Rogers. Type it. You guys, type it. Type Sebastian Rogers. Get this. Get his. We can all help Sebastian's case. When y'all are in a live, Sebastian Rogers, Green Hearts, Sebastian Rogers, anything that you are typing that has Sebastian Rogers, anything that you're sharing, Sebastian Rogers, that is helping. You are actually helping. Keep it in the media. Even bigger channels will see it because it'll be in the algorithm, and then they can help us keep Sebastian's name out there. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And I think that that is what Shauna is trying to do here. I think that's what she is trying to do. Thank you, Angel, for you. Sebastian Rogers. Green Hearts. Where is Sebastian? Yes. Thank you, guys. Anytime you are in a chat and it's about Sebastian, just do that. That will help raise awareness for Sebastian. And we are not ever going to let it be dead on the vine. That's a no-go. That's a no-go with Sebastian's army. That's why our collective energy is so important right now. Say his name, type it. Sebastian Rogers, you're coming home. We will find you. Indeed. Indeed. Yes. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Because y'all are being a part of the solution. Y'all are literally being a part of the solution when you do that. Words spoken, words typed. That's right. Beyond helping. Exactly. Exactly. When That's right. Thank you, Janet. That's right. You're coming home, Sebastian. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep on and keep on until you come home. And you know what? Once Sebastian gets home, then we can figure out the rest. Then we can figure out what happened, who did it, all of that. What I'm doing with the astrology, looking at Sebastian Rogers' chart, comparing it with this update from AtNight on April 9th, it's pretty, and we can look at AtNight. We can look at when that media group, that LLC went into effect. Do y'all realize that? We can look, I have created a chart for AtNight. I look at neighbors, Michael Laird, Chris Carr, Tabitha Carr, Jacob Carr. I look at the neighbors. I look at the investigators. I look at the parents. I look at the parents' friends. I look at the parents' kids and friends and everybody. You name it. If I can find their birthday, they got a chart. If I can find the creation of it, they got a chart. I got Dog the Bounty Hunter. Don't have his birth time, but I got his chart. Nick the Hat got your chart too. Got everybody's. So I can, even if I don't know the birth time, I can still see certain things and intuitively get the hit. Intuitively just get the hit. And we are all born with intuition. Intuition is the forgotten sense. It's the forgotten sense. It's the one that nobody wants to talk about. It's your woo-woo if you do. It's really woo-woo not to talk about it. We are the light. We are the watchers. We are the observers here on this channel. And Sebastian, look, Sebastian last night when this was in transit with Mexico, whoa, because there was a lot of things being talked about on this post with Mexico. And we could even look back at April 9th, 2026. Right? We can literally do that. So let me go ahead and share my screen because this is where I may lose some of you, but I don't want to lose you. I want you to stay with me because I am going to explain this in the very best way that I can, and I'm going to continuously talk about it. Hold on, that was one that I'm watching. This is a date that I'm going to watch with Sebastian. Let me turn this off. July 13th. I don't know if I have that on my little thingy. Okay, let's look at April 9th. Let's look at April 9th. Actually, let's start with the post from last night. Where was it? Because I was looking at it. 9:35 p.m. Let's see what I have. May 30th, 10 p.m. Yeah, let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. Here we go. Let's look at this one. Guys, let's go ahead and make that 7-11, the moon 7-11 right there. Let's do it like that. Oh yeah. Here we go. I'm about to break it down for you. Now, first of all, let me show you something. Let me show you why I put the moon at a 7-11. Let me bring Tennessee up, and you're going to see exactly why. I'm about to blow your ever-loving mind if you stay with me, honey. Just stay with me. I'm going to blow your mind because we don't know how God, the inner I-N-N-E-R, the inner I-N-N-E-R-G, capital G, works. People don't really understand how the energy of God works. Oh, the God in me, the energy in me is going to show you. Okay. It's going to show you. Let's go to Mexico. We're going to look at Tennessee and Mexico. We're just going to look at the connections with Tennessee and Mexico. The state of Tennessee has values. Their outer will values with Capricorn, 8th house of home and investigations, the values, the money, the authority and the home and the investigations with Tennessee is a 7-11. Now, 7-11, okay? We are just looking at the degrees and we are connecting them 7-11. The values of Mexico, 7-11. That is Venus. Venus rules this second house. I'll bet in Taurus. She doesn't really do all that great in Scorpio because when she's in Scorpio, she's very secretive with what she does with that money, honey. Okay. 7-Eleven. Now watch this. Watch this. That's the reason why I put this at a 7-Eleven. The moon is now reflecting the state of Tennessee's values with home and investigations. We are also reflecting the 7-Eleven, the Venus in Scorpio, second house of Mexico's chart. There it is. Now, here we go. Hold on. Now we're going to take that chart and compare it to Mexico. Okay, we're going to take it and we're going to compare it to Mexico first. That chart, May 30th. Did I stop it? There it is. Okay, so we're going to take this one. Actually, I'm going to put Mexico on the left because my right brain, left brain, you know, it's just got to be certain ways. Okay, so we got Mexico. We got this post. We got the post. This 1804 is a reigniting of a flame of life from the past. The past. Why is it the past, Jen? Well, because the 12th house is all about the past. It's about prisons and hospitals, things of the past. This is the subconscious, the unconscious that we are making conscious with relationships. This is the relationship house. Now watch this. This 1804 is connecting to the 1804. We got the moon in Sag. The moon is connecting to the secret money. That's what was in the post. Well, that's what it was expressing itself like that, right? It was expressing itself like that. Sure was. With Mexico, with the 11th house of groups, the 11th house of groups and how Tennessee and Mexico brings in money that's secret. That's how we can literally look at connections with each state, with each person, and we can just keep on going to the different charts to see who this is affecting, right? Literally. Now, I want you to see something else. There is also a reigniting of a flame at a 7-Eleven. The Vesta, their Vesta is a 1804. That's the one that's connecting to the dark moon. It's about disordered aggression that is constantly reigniting with Mexico. Then we have a reigniting of a flame here in the communications. There's a lot of warring with it because it's in Aries. Right? Right. 7-Eleven, reigniting a flame with the communications of the state of Tennessee and Mexico. I can't make it up. I literally cannot make it up. So let's look at this with the FBI because we were talking about the FBI with this. We were definitely talking about the FBI with this energy. We can also see that the weight with Hades, this weight of home with relationships, is coming to the communications with Mexico at a 1435. So are we going to see things going on with Mexico? Let's look and see if it's at a 1435 yet. Let's look and see if Hades is at, yeah, it is. It is. Right now it is. It's at a 1435. So are we going to see things going on in Mexico today? Of course we are. It's a 24-hour transit. 24-hour transit. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of Mexico today. Could have to do with immigration because Sag is about immigration. It's very fiery. It's about religion, churches, pastors, other countries, flight, fire. That's what this energy with Sag is all about. We are still reflecting, and look, the moon is getting closer and closer. They're already conjunct. They've got to be within a 10 degree. They are within a 10 degree. 14 and 18, that's only 4 degrees difference. But guess what? Guess who has this 1808? The old D.A. Whitley, Nina, Faith's mom, Melissa, Chris's sister. Guess who has the 1055? State of Tennessee. State of Tennessee. I mean, I could just keep on going, tell you everybody that this is connecting to. We also looked at this not too long ago about the 411, the 412. That is Chris Proudfoot. The fate is with him. 2 days ago, the disordered aggression with all the things having to do with the warring with Terry Bowersox. Well, 2 days ago, that was all over him and the FBI 2 days ago. Just 2 days ago. So all of this is happening in the month of May. It's going to roll into June, and it's a buildup. There is a buildup with Sebastian. There is a huge buildup. And I can't stress it enough. Right now, the 10th house with the communications about Long Hollow Pike. This is also coming over Melissa. Chris's family. Chris was not in town. Didn't have to be. If there's anybody that took Sebastian away from that house and it has anything to do with them, I can promise you, he's going to have other people do his dirty work. That's my personal opinion. I could be totally wrong and them not have anything to do with it. And I hope that they didn't. I really hope that they truly don't know where Sebastian's at. I hope none of them know. But there is, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but Terry Bowersox does connect to the FBI, the way that they descend with relationships when it comes to war, warring, fighting, abuse, things of that nature. And I just, I have to keep that in mind. Even though I don't want to think that, I do have to keep it in mind. No matter what time Kathy Bowersox is born, she has a 405. Well, that's coming to her. And so is Neptune. The Neptune is going to come to that 405 in the next couple of days. So over the next couple of days, Kathy Bowersox is going to be in transit. Remember, we said we didn't know why all this was going to be happening with them, with Terry Bowersox. We didn't know if maybe he was going to, go back into the hospital or what was going on with him. So thank you guys for coming in. Please say Sebastian's name, type it out, write it out. Like this video, share it out, guys. Please help us grow this channel to bring more attention to the other way, another perspective of the missing. And this Sebastian Rogers update is all about the echo of justice. It's still, there is an echo. And this echo of justice is only getting louder. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to be a witness to it. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not, doing potions over here trying to see the energy. I'm an astrologer. God has pushed me in another way, another direction. And when you are called to do something that is so much bigger than who you are and your egoic self, what are they going to think about me? What are they going to say about me? No. When you are called, you can't think that way. You can't stop your blessing. Right? Right. Yeah, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. Whatever God's got in store for you, you can't stop it. You got to go with it. You got to flow with it. So Mexico is definitely in transit today. All day, they've got a weight over their public image with communications with at least two people, and the communications of home, loyalty. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Hold on just a second. Hold up. Sorry about that, guys. When the kids call, you got to answer. Okay, so that's done. I'm really thinking and praying, yeah, let's bring him home. Let's bring Sebastian Rogers home. Sebastian Rogers, you're coming home. We have faith. God heard all of Sebastian's prayers. He's going to be found. That's right. That's right. When it is time. And it's about God's timing. It's not about ours. It's about the timing. Time is always of the essence. I learned that in the many years that I sold real estate. Time is always of the essence. You keep typing it, you keep saying it. Sebastian Rogers. The energy is going to be what trumps and keeps his name out there. Okay. We all have to do our part. We all have to do our part. So when we get back and we look at this energy, okay, when we look at this energy that is reaching the Proudfoot family, the sun is about to shine on two people with communications. Two people with communications. Remember when I said that Saturn was coming to Chris Proudfoot? There was going to be a lot of emotions coming to his dad, authority, work, something like that. Yeah, there it is. That took place this morning. And look, let's just go and look at this transit from last night, and let's look at Nick the Hat. Why don't we do that? Let's look at the energy. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. I want to look at Sebastian with the April 9th. And I want us to see if we can see anybody else with the April 9th lead of Long Hollow Pike. Let's see. We don't know what time it came in. We don't know anything about it, right? We don't know what time it came in. I've got it at 1 p.m. I've got it at 1 p.m. Y'all see it? We all on the same page. Yeah, nothing's going to show. We got the charts. We definitely got the charts. So on April 9th, 2538, 2539. So the law after April 9th, the evening of April 9th, Zeus came to that 2538. The law was attached to the things that are hidden at home with the investigation at a home or any home. It doesn't have to be his home. It could be the new construction. It could be any home. Okay, any home. But with any home, we're looking at communication with at least two people because Gemini is two. It's about communications. It's about the ring camera with Michael Laird. Okay. But what I did notice is when I pulled up 1 o'clock just to see, I was like, well, this is pretty right on the money, Jen, because the 1219 dark moon in the fifth house of kids, there's a relationship. There is a relationship with authority that we are reflecting on with Sebastian. Sebastian, let me just take we out, okay? Because Sebastian Rogers, this is his chart. There is a relationship that he has a disordered aggression with. He has he, not me, not we. He has a relationship. Juno is a relationship. That's Juno. Juno is in the second house. This is his values with authority. 1219. So it's activating. When these degrees hit his chart, they're activating. There is an activation with his chart. The day before, okay, the day before, Kronos was at a 1531. So on the 8th, Kronos was devouring these desires, devouring things about home. What is home? Home is Long Hollow Pike, a home on Long Hollow Pike, a home from Long Hollow Pike, his home, a new construction, what have you. But what I want you to see right here, what I really want you to see right here, okay? Look at this. We got enlightenment. Apollo is a 7-Eleven. What? Do y'all remember what the 7-Eleven is? Do you remember what the 7-Eleven is? Yes or no? Do you remember? Let me show you again. Let me show you again. The 7-Eleven. We are gaining enlightenment with justice, with contracts, with the law. Justice of the scales, Libra. Okay? It's a 7-Eleven. The enlightenment of home is a 7-Eleven. We've got wisdom at a 1659 coming down to that 1658. The 2956 is coming to the 2957 that I feel like I've already said this before. The 2956 is coming to that 2957 that Cuba and the United States have that connect them together. Not the United States, but the state of Tennessee. State of Tennessee. Reigniting of the flame of life has already come over that 1435 with Mexico. Now it's at a 1437. Lunar nodes of fate are at a 656. The Pluto is at a 520. Now let's look at Mexico's chart for a second, because I'm going to show you again how this connects to Mexico. I'm going to show you one more time. Mexico, April 9th. Mexico's 7-Eleven, Venus is in Scorpio. Well, Mexico's 7-Eleven, Venus is being activated all day long, all night long on April 9th with a lot of enlightenment about money, hidden things, hidden investigations with Venus. Remember, state of Tennessee has that 7-Eleven too. That's their connection with Mexico. The other thing I want to show you too is that this 7th house of relationships and partnerships, Pluto in Aquarius, it's about us, it's about the groups, the 520. Well, this 520 Pluto is right here. Mexico is receiving all kinds of information. It's transformative with the law, with relationships. There's a lot of transformation that's taking place in Mexico. So let's look at April 9th. Let's just look at April 9th. Let's look and see. Because I want to show you how this energy expressed itself. Why would I show you guys this? Why would we look? Sorry, hold on. Why would we look at the news? Well, because we don't know exactly what that April 9th lead package has to do with Tennessee or Mexico or Sebastian or anybody. But we do see Mexico's Venus have an enlightenment. The Venus is all about other people's money, hidden sex, things that are hidden with money, with investigations. So if we look at the news, then you're going to see how that expressed itself. You don't have to take my word for it. You can see for yourself. So we're going to Google it. Okay. We're going to Google it and we're going to see what Google has to say. Watch this. On April 9, 2026, Mexico published the landmark law for the promotion of investment. Ooh, is that money? Yes, it is. Of course, investment is in strategic infrastructure in the Federal Official Gazette, unlocking private investment and mixed public-private partnerships in strategic sectors. Oh, a tax code. You don't say, because Scorpio is also about taxes, hidden taxes, things that are hidden, other people's money. It's about moolah, money, money. An amendment to Article 141 of Mexico's federal tax code was published, eliminating the mandatory order of priority for providing guarantees when challenging tax assessments. Is this an update or what? I am giving you guys updates that you can't find anywhere else. Updates with missing Sebastian Rogers, who went missing February 25th, 2024 from Hendersonville, Tennessee. I'm giving you a update that you won't see nowhere else. Not regurgitating information. True updates. Did you see where that energy expressed itself with Mexico? Of course you did. I showed it to you. You did. You saw it. Whether you want to admit that you see it, you saw it. Right? Yeah, you did. Yes. Yep. More than an update. Thank you so much. Cindy, thank you so much. So, Mexico was in transit all day and all night on April 9th. Now, let's look at the state of Tennessee. Okay? Because we see the absolute with Apollo and Scorpio hanging out on Mexico's Venus. Now, let's look at the state of Tennessee. Let's look at Tennessee on that day, Tennessee. And we're going to look at April 9th when they say that they've got this info. Okay. When they got the info, there was a 404. Okay. Today, there is a 404 in transit. Right? Remember the 404? Let me show you again. Hold on. Because I want you to see what I'm seeing here. Hold on. Let me go. Yeah, right here. The May 30th, the information that we were looking at, as soon as they posted it. Okay. As soon as they post it, look, 7th house of relationships, it's a 404. 404, Vulcanus and Leo, lots of attention on the home of Sebastian Rogers with the 405, and that is going to be Kathy Bowersox. Kathy Bowersox. She's got a 405. That's her. Okay, it's her all day. Then there's going to be a lot of emotions with Chris Proudfoot about his mom. That's what we're seeing. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. No doubt, hands down, 100. So, let's go back. Now, we know that the day before, on the 8th, Kathy Bowersox was transformed. There was a lot of transformation with Kathy Bowersox. We talked about it. We can go back and look at my lives. We talked about it. I promise you, we did. And we were like, we don't know what's happening. Okay, so the 2957 that Mars is quickly coming into on April 9th is the third house of communications with groups, with an organization that would be the media, AtNight Media. And it's about world health. Well, if Hygeia is touching it with world health, we're going somewhere else outside of Tennessee. I promise you that. When Sebastian went missing, Uranus was at a 1928. Tennessee is actually in an opposition with the United States at a federal level with our home. We are in opposition at a federal level with the United States of America because their 1928, their dark moon is a 1928 in Virgo. Virgo and Pisces oppose one another. Now watch this. The day before, right? The day before we talked about, or the day after it hits Sebastian. So this is a buildup. We had talked about this, but watch this. The 2956 in Mars is also, in Pisces is also activating the fifth house of kids. The fifth house of kids. Zeus, this glyph is Zeus. Zeus is magnetism. Mars, the long travel, the investigation, the long travels, the information that we are learning in that ninth house is magnetized. This is a vehicle. Mars in Pisces is a vehicle that we can't see. It's a vehicle we can't see, guys. It's actually a vehicle we can't see. Why is that? Why can't we see the vehicle? What do you mean by that, Jen? Mars is in Pisces. Pisces, it's cloudy. You can't see. It's dark. You can't see it. They don't really know what they're seeing. They're trying to understand, but they don't know. And we're not going to know because Mars is in Pisces. It's clouding the car. It's clouding the vehicle. It's clouding the body. Anyone that is walking, anyone that is driving, we're not going to be able to clearly see it. It's going to be blurry. And Pisces is calling on us to accept and to surrender to what we don't understand, what we can't see. It's a mystery. Okay? That's why I'm saying that we can't see this clearly. Because Mars and Pisces, this vehicle is not showing us what we really need to see. Because it just doesn't. We can look at other people's charts and we can see it. Look, this 353 is me all day long. I connect with Tony Mathis and Heather, the past investigator on Sebastian's case, and Colorado with this 353. Okay? I get it. I see it. I'm connecting. Get it. So I've just showed you a lot that is in this chart. The day before, Admitos had come to that 428. So there was a breakup with communications the day before. So the day before this breakup with communications took place, and then on the 9th, it was sent to AtNight. Do you understand? Then the next day, the 2539 comes to this shit on Sebastian's chart. It comes to the 2538 Vulcanus that he has. So it's very clear to see for me. And then I look at Nick the Hat. Look at Nick the Hat on April 9th. Yeah, we just aren't supposed to know. Yeah, that's right. Not yet. That's right, Cindy. Not supposed to know just yet. Don't know what time Nick the Hat is born. So let me just go ahead and get that cleared out of the way. Don't know what time he is born. No idea. I can look at some of his transits and try to get an idea, especially like when he posts things. I can try to get an idea, but I can tell you one thing. I've already played the tape through here. I can tell you that this reigniting of a flame of 655 is probably not a 655. It's probably a 656. It could be a 655, but I would say if I was a betting astrologer, which I'm not, but hey, This 655, if it was a 656, either way, we can see that there was a reigniting of the flame with Nick the Hat putting out things that don't quite make sense because the North Node is in Pisces, right? The North Node is still in Pisces, but the North Node on April 9th, when he posted that, or when he got that information, the 656 is definitely screaming aloud. There is a reigniting of a flame. Oh, we can't see it clearly. We don't see it clearly. You know, anything that in his past with rugs, alcohol, anything like that, this is going to reignite it. Or anything having to do with jail, there is a reigniting. Anything from the past, prisons, hospitals, it's reigniting. Right there. Reigniting. Did he follow the fate? Of course he did. He sure did. 100, he followed that fate. But look, I want you to see his Jupiter. See that Jupiter there? It's a 12 degree in Libra. It could be a 1254, it could be a 1255, it could be a 1250. Let's see how far it will go. Let's just see. Nick the Hat, because Nick the Hat's got some problems coming. And it's with the law. He's got some problems coming. He's going to learn a little something, something. He's got some problems here. Okay, so it will go to a 1255. That Jupiter will go to a 1255. And this is showing that it will go to from a 1245 to a 1255. Okay. 1245 to a 1255. Let's just get it to a 1245. Let's get this right here. And like I said, I don't know his birth time. Let's just get it right here. So June 9th. June 9th. Let's just get it here. There's a 344. Yes. We will keep it here because the 344 was in transit when Sebastian went missing. Who has the 344, you ask? Well, thank you so much, guys, for asking that important question. Who would have that degree? Well, let's go back to Mexico's chart. You see this 344? They do. Guess who else has it? Donald Trump. I do. Not just Mexico, but Donald Trump and me. And Israel. Yep. As a matter of fact, Pennsylvania and Mexico have a certain degree in their chart too that connect. I'm not even kidding. This 652 is also found in Terry Bowersock's chart. 652 is found in Terry Bowersock's chart. It's found in Pennsylvania's chart. It's found in Mexico's chart. So we'd be looking. We're watching. We're trying to understand what we don't understand, what we can't see clearly because of the Piscean energy that has surrounded this case. Like crazy. It has surrounded, the Piscean energy is surrounding this case so much that psychics, mediums, you name it, place Sebastian in water. Pisces is ruled by water. Water, Pisces. That's water, Pisces. The fishes, you know? That's why. Because we can't see Sebastian's case clearly. There is a lot of distortion. And it's because we don't see him on video. The law enforcement And if they do, they haven't told us that they see him on video or that they suspect that they see him on video. If that's not the, yeah, but that's not the point. But the point is that other people have that degree. It's not just solely goes to Mexico. That was the point. Obviously, I'm not going to take Sebastian. Trump has no reason. Trump isn't taking Sebastian. You know what I'm saying? That was just to give you a example of the people that could have that same degree and have nothing to do with Sebastian going missing. Yeah, it's symbolic. It's a degree in a chart. And I can promise you other states would have it. It's not just Mexico, but I'm talking about Mexico. Talking about Mexico. Yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, it has no reason. No. Why would Mexico, take Sebastian? Mexico didn't take Sebastian. If Sebastian is in Mexico, somebody took him there. Not Mexico. Not the government of Mexico. It would be the people that I'm also talking about. Yeah, I don't want to confuse you guys. On the next to kidnapping, it is easy to understand because Sebastian, yeah. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do because they can't see. Pisces is not, you're not going to be able to see. Sebastian's fourth house of home is Pisces. You know, it's Pisces. So we're not going to see that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to look at to see, I don't know that let me look and see if I did. There are certain days I could actually go, hold on, let me look at my channel real quick and see. April. That was 3 weeks ago. So no, that's May 6th. Because I remember looking at this with Sebastian. It's a month ago. I may have. I don't think so, though. Okay, let me go back. Yeah. Yeah, sub up. Sub up, guys. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's definitely not what I'm implying. Okay, let's regroup here. And I'm glad that you're talking about the things that we need to be talking about because there's not an illegal Mexican that I'm thinking that took Sebastian to Mexico. That is not what I'm implying at all. That's not what I said. That's not what I'm implying. So we are talking about the connections that Mexico has with the state of Tennessee and the people that are coming on the post that are talking about Mexico. That's it. They could be distracting us for all I know. Georgia also has. We're looking for Sebastian, okay? We're just looking for Sebastian. All the other stuff, um, you know, all the other stuff is really well, yeah, it would have had to have been an adult that knew Sebastian. Well, to keep it okay, so I don't know about Lady Zelda, but this channel is Astrology for Mystics. So let's make sure that we stay talking about Astrology for Mystics on this channel. We're talking about Sebastian Rogers on this channel, okay? Yeah, we just don't the etiquette when you're in chat, and you may not know it, but you're going to know today, is you just don't talk about other channels while we are talking about Sebastian. Let's keep it strictly about Sebastian. If you have questions, please bring them to me. I welcome everybody here, other perspectives. I totally welcome that here. But let's keep it respectful and just not mention other channels. That would be really great. I mean, even last night, people were talking about, oh, I'm leaving. I'm going to Lady Freedom's. Well, I mean, I love Lady Freedom, but I mean, let's don't mention her channel here. or the fact that you're leaving this channel to go to that one, that's kind of disrespectful. I'm saying, I love Lady Freedom. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just be mindful. That's all I'm asking. Yeah, we got to stay on topic as much as possible because we start losing people. Okay, we'll start losing people, and I am trying to grow a channel that's different than all the other channels. I'm trying to grow it to help people learn. Yes, we have to concentrate on Sebastian Rogers and the update that we are talking about today. Yes. Yeah, it's an ethics thing. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, the April 9th Mexico, the last night, the 1804, and all of that. Let me show you Georgia's chart too, because I want us to understand that when we are looking at astrology degrees and we are trying to investigate where Sebastian can be, we have to look at the different states, not just Mexico. But we did see Mexico last night. We did see him last night in the chatter. Nobody was talking about Georgia, right? They weren't talking about Georgia. Mm-mm. No, ma'am, no ham. They were talking about Mexico. So we know that Mexico, the 1804, that's a reigniting of a flame. And if we look at Georgia, I want to show you their 1804. There's Georgia. Here's Georgia's chart. And I want you to see something. Georgia has an 1804. So the dark moon was making contact and activating a breakup with groups with Georgia. Absolutely. With Georgia. I can't tell you how many people that I have looked at with this case that connect to Georgia. And you know that I have called to the Georgia State Police, so is Seth, on the lead that we got a long time ago, saying that they thought that they saw Sebastian walking homeless in Georgia. So the disordered aggression, the dark moon was activating this breakup last night with groups, with organizations, with authority. Okay, I love you. Be careful. Let's look at this. Let's look. What was happening in Georgia last night? Is there anything that was happening in Georgia last night that would be about organizations, groups, the way that they bring in money? Georgia Republicans aim to build, that's 2 days ago. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking, well, it could be. It could be because we are reflecting with the dark moon. We're reflecting with the dark moon, right? Oh, thank you, sis. Angel for you. You're so sweet, honey. Gigi got a membership. Welcome to the Watchers, honey. Welcome to the Watchers. Let me just give you a little welcome. The music may not have played because I've got I'm sharing my entire screen. So if you didn't hear the music, let me know and I'll definitely get that music going for you. So the energy with Georgia that would have been taking place last night is in that 11th house of friends with the way that they bring money, organizations. Things are different. Georgia uncorks the value of Stalin's 40,000 bottle wine collection. Possibly. I don't think so. I want to keep looking because I don't think so. It could have been having something to do with sports. There's an opposition with the Leo energy of sports, possibly. But I don't think so. DOJ seeks Judge Eleanor Ross recusal in Georgia election case. Department of Justice wants reprimanded judge recused in Georgia voter rolls case. This could definitely be that. Oh, man. A woman was unalived on a train. Fed seeks Atlanta judge's recusal. Ooh, a fair inquiry. 2 unalived in a helicopter crash after late night flight from North Georgia wedding. Missing Georgia man found in woods. 2 charged. I'm not really seeing it. I'm not really seeing it. What I would want to see here. There's a breakup with groups, with organization, a breakup with groups and organizations. I don't know if you guys see it. And y'all think that something here could be that. A breakup with groups and organizations. It could be that. It could be the DOJ and this judge must leave the bench over scandal. I'm thinking that this could have something to do with it. I'll have to read more about that scandal. But anyway, the point is this. There was an activation with a breakup with Admitos. Admitos is going to break something apart. It's going to break it up. And Aquarius is about groups and organizations. The way that Georgia brings in a dollar. So the way that the state of Georgia brings in a dollar. So that's what we're seeing with this energy here with Georgia last night with the 1804. Do y'all understand that there was an activation with their chart, with their chart last night? We may not see it today. You know what? We probably didn't see it. We're probably not seeing it on the news just yet. Or if we are, we're just not, it's not on the main Google search. But either way, if we look at Sebastian's chart, okay, we look at Sebastian's chart with today, with right now. Let's just look at it right now. And I want to show you what it is that I'm seeing for his chart. I want you to see this update because this is the updated Sebastian Rogers missing update. And what I'm seeing here is that Sebastian's chart, the current transits 2:02:40 p.m. Nashville, Tennessee time. That's right now. This is the clock. Okay, this is the clock. This is Sebastian. And I'm just going to show you that right now, the sun at a 10-degree and 20-minute is coming to this world health. The world health with 2 people with communications about money. This is how he descends. He descends with other people's money. He descends with the earth, with values, but it has to do with communications and 2 people because that's what Gemini is, okay? But there's a world health, and the sun is going to shine on this world health, and it's going to oppose the vehicle. It's going to oppose the vehicle. It's going to oppose the body and the vehicle. And then as the sun continues up in degree, it's going to oppose all of this first house. That means that the sun is shining on relationships that actually are not bringing justice. And the divine justice is echoing, constantly echoing. in the background with the dark moon. The dark moon is at an 1809 now. So the dark moon has left the divine justice, even though it's just an 18 degree. It's sitting right here. It's hanging out. The dark moon is just hanging out here. The moon is at a 15 degree. The moon is about to come over and reflect the vehicle. The moon is going to reflect the vehicle. The moon is going to reflect the sun. The moon is going to reflect the divine justice, the media, the communications, and the disordered aggression that is surrounding the justice, the other country, the church, the religious, the flight, the fiery energy. It's happening, and we're just going to see a buildup of it. So when the moon comes to that 1516, we're going to reflect the vehicle because Mars is a vehicle. Right now, there is a conscious raising experience with a relationship, a diverse and innovative relationship with the state of Tennessee. State of Tennessee has the 1055, but guess what? So does Missouri have that 522. So we got Missouri and Tennessee are hanging out right here. What's going on? What's going on with Missouri? Let's look at Missouri. Because Pluto is transforming them. They've been transforming them, continues to transform them with groups and organizations. Missouri cut Dolly Parton's book program because lawmakers don't know. Missouri cut funding for Dolly Parton free book program. What it means for kids. Ah, so there's an opposition of kids. Missouri's Dolly Parton Imagination Library threatened by state budget. Cuts funding, all that. Well, all that funding, all that free organization with Miss Dolly, there it is. There's a transformation with groups. And guess what? Aquarius opposes children. Aquarius opposes children. Let's look at Dolly. Because this would help you guys understand that if this energy, which it is about Dolly, this is in the news. There is a major transformation that has taken place that is in opposition with children, with Dolly Parton and Missouri. So Missouri and Dolly Parton, always something going on in Missouri, exactly. See, this has been a 24-hour transit with Missouri. Okay? It's a 24-hour transit. And let me show you something. Let me just show you why we look at the news and then we look like this because, guys, can I blow your mind for just a second? Can I blow your mind? Do y'all care if I blow your mind? Vulcanus is a 404 in the 11th house. It's about publicity and it's about children. Vulcanus in Leo is opposing Pluto and Juno. So there is a relationship here. I'm thinking of Al Gore right now. But this 404 is where Dolly Parton is transformed in the public eye with her friend groups, right? Because it's a 404, it's in Leo. Okay? 404 in Leo. Do you understand why I pulled her up now? Because she has to be in transit, right? She literally has to be in transit. Right, guys? And she is. right? Y'all see it, don't you? This is it. This is the reason why we look and we investigate in this way when it comes to Sebastian Rogers updates, because he's still missing. We still are trying to find him. And if we know that Dolly is in transit, well, she is. I can't make it up. There's a lot of emotions, and there is a transformation with her and kids. The way she brings in money, friend groups, her loyalty, and business authority with kids. She is an authority with kids, and it's critical. She's critical. She shines at a critical 29 degree. And what's happening, guys, what's going to happen with Dolly is this North Node. This North Node is going to come here. Remember the 520 that Mexico has? Dolly Parton has a warring with relationships and Mexico. Things of the past. So she doesn't have a good connection with Mexico, does she? No, she doesn't. Or her relationships, her partnerships, people that she has been married to. She is connected to them, to Mexico, with her relationships and her partnerships. That's where she wars. She also has a huge weight on her in Georgia. She's got a huge weight on her with Georgia and that connection that Georgia and Donald Trump have. That's 2055. I can see that in her chart. Very easy to see. This is the reason why we investigate with astrology, is because we can see it. It's happening. Each and every day, we can see it. Now, what is going on in Tennessee with the fifth house of kids, with groups, with organizations here in Tennessee? Because there is something that is being transformed in the future right now. Will we see it in the news? Maybe. Look at that. Vulcan is at a 1346. Vulcan is coming to shake her up. This is like a finale. God's will is being done with communications with at least two people. The 1055 relationship is Dolly Parton. The 1053. So Juno, this relationship is Dolly. The relationship is Dolly. And it started this morning. This morning's transit started with all this attention, major transformation, because Dolly's relationship house with kids is right here in the fifth house of kids. That's where this relationship is transiting. That is where Pluto is transiting, is right here in the fifth house of kids. And it's opposing her. Right? It began 2 days ago because Chronos, that timing, came to that 1558 and sat there on her outer wheel, opposing children in the fifth house of kids. Very easy to see, right? Very easy. Why isn't it easy to find Sebastian? Well, I think that it could be easier than what we actually think. I think that it could be so easy to find Sebastian if we had the information that the law enforcement know. We can look on Google. We can see it. But man, if we had the information from the FBI about Sebastian, and I wasn't running my mouth on here about the information, and I could quietly work with the FBI about the information that we share together, we could possibly find Sebastian. And quick. That's why I work so hard. I'm connected to the FBI. I'm just waiting. I wish they'd not. Hey girl, let's do it. Let's do it too. Let's do it. Will you put the story, please? What story? That's when the story came out 2 days ago. We may see, but we will. Okay. Let me go up. Wow, even Dolly Parton. Oh my gosh, Great Designs gifted 5 memberships. Guys, y'all thank her. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being such a help to the channel. Thank you so much, Cree Designs, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Michelle, what are you talking about, honey? Let me look back at the chat because I don't see it. What is that? 5/29/2026 KCTV. What is that exactly? Let me look back up and see what you're saying. Because I was looking at the charts. Any abuse on children? Let me keep looking. Let me see what you were saying, Michelle, because I really don't know what you're talking about. Let's grow, girl. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Missouri. Yeah, I get that. That it's Missouri. But what story? What I can't pull a story that I don't know what it is. That's when the story came out 2 days ago. Let me look at this one. Hold on. What story? What story? What story? Look at that story with Missouri home for runaways. Okay. Let me try to see if I can find that. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Missouri home for runaways. Missouri runaways. Is this what you're talking about? Let's look. Takeaway from inside a teen treatment center for adoptees funded by taxpayers. Runaways assaults. Oh, the Lake of the Ozarks. Well, you know we've got that on the map. Let's look at it. Let me pull this story. Let's see if this will play. Sometimes it does. This is the Associated Press, Lake Ozark, Missouri. Let's see if it'll play, guys. That's not it. See, I hate it when they do that. It's like it makes like it's actually the story, and it's not. The KLO program's residential center is seen on February 25th in Lake Ozark. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a video on YouTube. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it on YouTube. Hold up. I hate it when they do that because it's like, really? I mean, you click on it, it's not even the story that you're looking for. Okay, now this is the Associated Press here. Hold on. Let me see if this is actually it. Let me see, guys. Hold on just a second. Let me see if this is going to work. Let's see if this is it. Let me look. I don't know if this is it. This was a month ago. But I think it's worth discussing, even if this isn't. Let's look. Hold on. Let me share it with you guys. Jill, thank you so much. Thank you so much for y'all are just being so sweet. Thank you so much. So sweet. I can't thank you guys enough for your support. I just love you guys so much. You can't hear it? Okay. All right, hold on. Hold up. Let's just take that off and let's share a new screen. Hold on. It's okay, honey. That's okay. No problemo. Let's see if this is going to talk about it. And I love you too, Jill. Thank you, babe. Let's see if this is it. This is saying thousands of adopted kids have ended up in residential treatment centers. This would definitely not be anything legal. I think that this would be I entertain this idea because we just don't know.
Wanted to hear that somebody could fix me.
When I saw someone be restrained for the first time, I was like, this doesn't seem right. Like, even when I was at the mental hospital, kids weren't being restrained for nothing.
They definitely educated the parents on the adopted child.
Residential treatment centers offer hope for parents and children who are struggling at home or school. Unlike juvenile detention centers, they operate with little government oversight. Several of these facilities have come under fire or closed in recent years.
Famous reality TV stars calling for reforms in the way young people.
I know firsthand the horrors that happen behind the closed doors of youth residential treatment facilities.
Despite some reforms, the so-called troubled teen industry continues to thrive, with thousands of kids in residential programs, including adopt.
Is that what you're talking about? I think we need to find a better one that's about Missouri. Missouri, Ozarks, teens. Let's see if we can produce. That was 10 months ago. Why so few people live in the Missouri Ozarks despite everything going for it. No. I guess we're just going to have to read. Because I don't see anything new. Okay. Let's just go back and read this. Because this was May 29th, 9:43 a.m. An Associated Press investigation finds that private, for-profit residential treatment centers that care for adopted kids at exceptionally high rates are often funded by taxpayer dollars, but are subject to little oversight and few consequences after allegations of abuse and neglect. The investigation looks deeply at a facility in rural Missouri called Kalo Programs or Change Academy and Lake of the Ozarks, which costs as much as $20,000 a month, attracts families from all over the country who send their children across state lines to this facility. Kalo promises relief for desperate parents whose adopted kids are struggling, a lakeside summer camp-like academy where kids can heal by bonding with golden retrievers, where caring employees create joy. But the AP report paints a more complicated and less idyllic picture. Law enforcement is often called to Kalo to investigate assaults or track down runaways. State agencies that pay to send kids there have questioned its operations, training, and transparency. Parents and former employees say there is minimal treatment and barely any schooling, with only young, poorly trained staff to supervise the kids. Two mothers described it as something out of the Lord of the Flies. In emailed statements, Kalo denied allegations of wrongdoing and said student outcomes prove the strength of their approach. For nearly 2 decades, Kalo has provided innovative treatment and critical mental health services for young people who have been failed by the system. Over and over again, parents across the country have come to us in their moment of need. We are proud of the track record we've established helping treat their children and return them to their families with the skills and tools they need to get ahead. The AP obtained troves of state data and documents through public records requests and interviewed young adults who recently attended, parents who sent their children there, former employees, and lawyers engaged in more than a dozen lawsuits against the company. Runaways, assault, injuries. Hundreds of pages of Camden County Sheriff's Office. So yes, I mean, this is definitely that opposition. This is definitely the transformation with organizations, with groups that are in opposition with our children, that is in an opposition with the public image, the publicity, because the publicity is what is transformative with Pluto It's being transformed. There is a lot of intensity. Lots and lots of intensity here. A mother from Illinois reported in 2024 that her daughter and another girl, SA, she said Kalo did not notify them, the state or law enforcement. She alleged Kalo covered it up. Okay, so who is Kalo again? Let's go back up. Change Academy. So let's see. This is an organization. Shit. In November. What date? In November. So it's not give an industry. Let's see. The earliest documented public announcement regarding the facility's upcoming 2007 launch appeared in industry archives on November 7th, 2006. So that's the only way that we could look at this Kalo program. So November 7th, 2006. November 7th, 2006. Let's look at this. Let's look at 8 a.m. What is that? I don't remember. Ozarks, Missouri. It's not going to be it. Ozark. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm creating the chart. Okay, I've created the chart. So let's look at the chart for a second. Let me go back. Remove this. Let me add this to the stage now. Actually, I want to thank, I don't know if I thanked her Cree Designs and welcomed in our new watchers, but let's do that real quick. Let's just do that real quick. Thank you, everybody, for coming in, saying Sebastian's name, sharing the video. You guys are absolutely amazing. And if you're not hearing the audio, I think it's because I didn't have it clicked. And so if y'all don't ever hear audio, just let me know and I'll make sure that I've got it clicked on. Sometimes I forget to do that. Okay, so let's look at because it says here that an exact calendar day for the November 2006 incorporation is not publicly disclosed, but Kalo Program specifies November 2006 as the official timeline for its legal establishment. The earliest documented public announcement regarding the facility's upcoming 2007 launch appeared in industry archives on November 7th, 2006. So the Kalo program is what we are talking about. And let's look at this. Here is a PDF. It looks like, oh my gosh, it looks like it's going to be a long PDF. Never mind. We don't want to see that. The history of the Kalo programs. In early 2007, a group of innovative professionals partnered together for one key purpose: to heal developmental trauma and attachment issues, often stemming from adoption. Well, Sebastian is not adopted. He's not adopted. And he could not have been illegally adopted out. And his chart doesn't show that he's adopted. Okay, so I want to take this time and just say that because he's not adopted, right? Because he has not been adopted, then he can't go into this type of program. I mean, yeah, you can, you can create all kinds of illegal documents to get him in there. And when he comes out, have all of this illegal, charges set against you. Does that make the most sense? Does that make the most sense? Mm-mm. Right? Okay, I'll look at that on the map right now. Hold on, let me pull up his map. And I'll show it to you. Let me just log in real quick. I'll show it to you guys. Does that make the most sense? For me, I mean, I would love to think that he is somewhere, that they have placed him somewhere. I would love to think that. And I hope that that's the case. Let's go. Let me show you my entire image here. Hold on. I was looking at some other things. Me and Seth were on the map looking at some things. So it's going to look a little different to you guys, but that's okay. Let me show this to you. All right, so we've got 130 Kalo Lane, Lake Ozarks, Missouri. Okay. So there it is. We're going to turn on the new DA. The parents, the TBI, the FBI, the law enforcement, natal, Kathy, family, parents. We're going to turn on SF, searchers, Nina, Chris Carr. We see that there is an anti-vertex. So intense with woods, business, home, family. There's Kalo. Now let's go here. This is the state of Tennessee. Let me turn on the other map. Here's the state of Tennessee. This is where it's their anti-vertex. So they have an intense experience, but this is what grounds them with that intense experience, okay? So that's the conjunction for Tennessee. But we don't see the missing here. We don't see Sebastian. We don't see any of the parents. So for me, this right here is a no-go. It's just going to be a no-go, but we can go up a little bit more. We can find the missing. We can find the TBI. We can find Seth. And we can find the natal Venus and Capricorn. So let's turn on the addresses here. Nothing. But here is Aurora Springs. We got Eldon, Aurora Springs, St. Elizabeth, Eugene, Barnett. But here is Lake Ozarks. And the state of Tennessee is definitely there. But we got to go a little further up north. So here is Lake Ozark. And if we go about 10 miles, we'll go about 10 miles north up toward Aurora. That's where we could see a little something there. Got a lot going on in Springfield. There's Columbia. Columbia looks St. Louis. But this is a no-go for me. The Lake Ozarks, it would have to be up further north or further south. From this map, I mean, that's just my point of view, that's all. Marshals located 2 abducted children from Missouri and New Mexico. That's a part of it too. Angel for you. That's a part of that. Pluto in Aquarius as well in Missouri. And if we look at New Mexico, if we look at New Mexico in the chart on that day, we'll see New Mexico there too, right? We just know it. We just know that that's what's going to pop up because it's in the transits. And if it's in the transits, it's definitely going to be, you know what I'm saying? There is this energy update with Sebastian is so much more. And we're not, when I show you Sebastian's chart, let me show you Sebastian's chart next to me. Hold on just a second. Next to me. Let's look at it. Let's see. Oh, let me show it. Let me remove that. Let me just remove that. I'm not gonna, let me share the screen. There we go. Now, the moon, okay, the moon is in this first house. The moon is in the first house right here. That's where the moon is traveling. The dark moon is traveling. So what's going to happen is the dark moon is going to come to his Mercury at a 2212. Then the dark moon is going to come to this information. We're going to receive a lot of, or Sebastian is going to receive a lot of information at the 2214 before it hits that 2658. That dark moon return is a 2658. And by the time that it hits there, I'm going to let y'all know what state that connects to. So, let me show you this one more time. We're going to listen to this just for a quick second so you can remember that we've got timestamps and we can be patient. We can try to figure it out as the energy hits, right? As it hits. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Okay, go back. We got a lot that we're going to be watching here. In fact, Venus is going to June 13th. Venus is going to come and sit here. We got a lot of days that we're going to be watching Sebastian and talking about him. So y'all be sure and hit the thumbs up, click the subscribe, the little bell. That way, when I do go live or I post something, you'll see it. You'll be notified. Don't forget. And if it doesn't notify you, then do it again. Do it. Just keep doing it until it finally does notify you is all I can say. So let me show you what we're looking forward to, what the things that we are going to look forward to, the dates, all of that, in order to see this energy with Sebastian. Okay. This begins the 30th. I'm going to begin it at the 30th. Let me go ahead and look at the transcript down here. Okay, so May 30th. May 30th at 2:30 a.m., the dark moon returns to his natal Australia in his first house. The theme of waiting for justice is echoed once more. On July 6th and 7th, the focus shifts to communications. So the echo of justice, we are seeing an echo of justice for Sebastian. On the 6th at 6:30 p.m., the dark moon touches his Mercury. So the dark moon is going to come on May 6th. On May 6th, the dark moon is going to come across the Mercury. It's the media. It's the media. These degrees are going to matter as far as who it's connecting to, who it's talking to. So we can play the tape through and try to see who it is, right? But there's definitely a lot of media, a disordered regression. We're going back to the mistakes, to the justice, the judges, the attorneys, the lawsuits, whatever, we're going back. And that Mercury is going to be ignited with the media. Show is. And by the early hours of July 7th, between 1:30 a.m. and 5:30 a.m., it will touch his polar descendant. And this is a window for news or for a message to cross the veil. So Mercury is going to come. I mean, the dark moon is going to come and it's going to sit. Okay? It's going to sit on his Mercury in the first house of Sag. Lots of disordered aggression when it comes to the media, the lights. And there could be some information coming in as well. Things about the past. We've got to think about the dark moon. The dark moon, guys, is, even at 9 years old, when it first comes around, okay? When the dark moon first comes around at 9 years old, eight and a half, whatever. When it first comes around, those years past from as early as you can remember, that is where the dark moon is trying to get you to express yourself in a good, positive way, rather than blowing up, rather than having a lot of aggression. This is why we continuously have these returns every 8.5 to 9 years. So this is going to be the second, right? This is going to be the second time that the dark moon has went through this first house with Sebastian. I'm so sad for Sebastian too. Yes, peace, love, Jeeps. I agree. Hey, Elaine, good to see you, honey. Hey, Cinderella. Julia. Should be an intense time for Sebastian. How? It remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. But it's not an easy one. I can't stress that enough. We're about to get ready for that great return, though. Then we come to phase 3, which is the great return. On August 6th at 5 a.m., Hygeia and Jupiter in Leo will meet his point of fortune. As the sun rises, we see the energy of cleansing and expansion. It's a beacon of hope for a discovery that brings order to chaos. On August 18th at 9:30 a.m., this is the peak, the natal return of the dark moon Lilith in his first house. At 17 years old, nearly 18, Sebastian meets this 9-year cycle. So that means that it goes back to 9 years ago. The first return that he had is at 9 years old, 8.5 to 9 years old. This transit is going to come back to natal, but as it does, as we approach into August, we are seeing a buildup. There is a buildup to a dark moon return. That's what we are witnessing. We are witnesses, we are observers. That's what we are seeing, is we are seeing this buildup. Sagittarius is judges, attorneys, DAs. It's the law. Jupiter expands in long travels. It expands your higher learning. It expands its college. Jupiter is different. There's different ways that Jupiter can express these attributes. But there is a buildup. There's a buildup that we are observing, that we are watching, and it's amazing to see it because at night intelligence, whether or not they lower the reward, they raise the reward, we have not had any solid lead that has led us to Sebastian Rogers since he went missing. No amount of money has pulled anybody out. We can talk about Mexico, we can talk about Georgia, we can talk about all of this connections that's taken place that we see with Missouri. Because we're seeing Missouri in a big way. And we're seeing the opposition with Dolly Parton, with the Ozarks, Missouri. We can see all of that. And there is a justice that has just been echoed. And during this time period, AtNight, other channels are putting things out. It's a lot of chatter. It's a lot of chatter. Lots of chatter. Hey, Smiley, good to see you, honey. Good to see you, babe. Thank you for being in here, Smiley. Hey, Shadow, good to see you. Good to see you. Shauna's back. The first one I sent oh, yeah. Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, Pluto is activating your chart, Shauna. It's definitely activating your chart. Definitely activating your chart. And we've talked about that. When your chart's activated, I mean, it should be happening. It's always, things are always happening in our life. These transits are always, gracing us with experience. Like I said, even though I'm not a fan of AtNight, I'm a fan of people keeping Sebastian's name out there in the algorithm. Oh, I'm so glad that you came in. I'm so glad that you came in. Love you. Thank you so much. Smiley's another one that's constantly keeping Sebastian's name out there. I mean, we got to cover other kids, we cover other cases, but we still have to maintain our word and keeping Sebastian's name out there. And whether or not I like Nick, AtNight, and all them, dog, I really don't have much respect. But at the same time, I'm pretty, I'm elated that anybody is going to continuously put his name out there. This transit, this update with Sebastian Rogers is pivotal as we watch a buildup of a massive return that is going to take place with Sebastian. And we're here for it. We're going to keep watching. We're going to keep discussing these updates. And you can always go back to this live. You can always go back to this live and you can look at it. You can look. I mean, I've got it timestamped for you guys. I hate to do that, but I did it. Why do I hate to do that? Well, because I want you guys to do your due diligence, but at the same time, I've got to help you guys. You can't just do it on your own, and I've realized that. So we have July 6th and 7th. We've got August 6th, but we've got more stuff that's coming in June. We actually have more stuff that's coming in June. I just kept this focused on the dark moon. I have kept this video and this live focused on the dark moon. Even though the thumbnail doesn't say it, I have kept it focused on the dark moon. But we are always going to see different things that are going to come into transit. And when they do, when there is a solid update, I'm going to show it to you. The reason why I showed you Missouri and Dolly is because that is the way that we investigate with a case. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? The reason why I showed you that with the astrology is because that's the way we investigate Sebastian. When AtNight put that out, all that chatter was going on about Mexico, and damn if Mexico wasn't in transit. April 9th, Mexico was in transit. These connections with Mexico, with Terry Bowersox, with the FBI, with Pennsylvania, they matter. Why? How? with Sebastian's case remains to be seen. We can even look at Sebastian's case with the map, right? We can look at the map. We can go all the way down in Mexico. We can go into Mexico. Where in Mexico? Let's take all this off. Let's don't overwhelm everybody. Let's take it all off and let's just look at Sebastian. Let's see where this disordered aggression, this darkness, this wants to push Sebastian forward. Let's see where it goes. Let's take off the parents. There's the DA. Let's look at the missing and let's look at the natal. I'm going to just leave the DA on for a second. Where's his natal? Hold on. Oh, what happened? I must have done something with his natal. Hold on. Where'd I put it? Huh. I don't see it. Where Rose? What do I do with it? There's Scarborough. TBI. Law enforcement. Where is his natal? Jesus. Okay, let me refresh this. Hold on. There's his natal. I must have done, I don't know what I did with it. Okay, my fault. My bad, guys. Let's just look at this. So this is Mexico, but I want to see the DA. Because the DA's who's going to help us, right? It's going to help us. This is what, let me look at this. Hold on. Let me take me off and share this bigger so y'all can see it bigger. Yeah, type his name. Say his name. Sebastian Rogers. You're coming home. We're going to find you. All right. So the DA, it says DA's Neptune and Scorpio trines Eris and Aries. What he doesn't see with abuse or that which brings a lot of warring to him, other people's money, hidden sex containment. That's in Mexico. We're going down into Louisiana. We're going through Mississippi. We're going through Mississippi, right? We're going into Louisiana. We're clipping Houston, Texas, and we're coming down here to Mexico. This is where information comes in. This is where Sebastian learns what is hidden that may harm his health. This is the natal outer will. Wisdom with the past brings Tennessee, a discord in the community with groups and networking. Tennessee and Sebastian match here with video and hidden sex, other people's money, trash ponds. What's hidden? Things that are hidden here, other people's money. That Leo mark in Leo, right? The mark that I was talking about that's coming. There is a natal square with his Poseidon in the 12th house of Scorpio. So what we are going to see is this show itself. Let me go down deeper. This is Poseidon. Where's the Leo energy? Hold on. Was it not? Is that going to be it? No, that's the moon. Where is his mark in Leo? What happened to it? There it is. Okay, here it is. Hold on. This is it. So Jupiter is going to expand this line. Okay, it's going to expand this line, and I want to talk about it real quick. Let me take everything else off. This is it right here. Jupiter is going to come and expand this. When was it again? Let's look again. Let's look again. Oh, no. It's going to come here on August 6th. Hygeia and Jupiter and Leo will meet his part of fortune. That's it. It's going to expand right here. So let's take everything else off. Let's just take everything else off and let's just look at this energy right here. Taking it all off. We're only going to see this angle, okay? I'm only wanting to focus on this angle with you guys. Here we go. There, I think we're coming to it. We've had a lot of angles for Mr. Sebastian. Natal Juno. Turn it all off. We're just only going to focus on this one. There it is. There it is. Right there. So you can see that the DA's North Node. The fate for the DA in Sumner County, DA Dean, there's a fate with him that's going to transform him in the public eye. And it's this one too. This is what he doesn't see. Okay, so we're going to leave this one up for the DA. So hold on. Hold on, guys. Just hang out with me. Don't go nowhere. We're about to look at it. We're about to do some deep diving investigation with Sebastian. Hold on. Don't you go nowhere. Y'all can tell. Y'all can see this map. We're about to work it. Hold on. So we're going to keep this one. Which other one is it? Okay, so let me keep that. I want to... Let's keep on going because we are not going to look at these. Here, we're looking at that one. Taking that one. Okay, so what are these? Don't want that one. Don't want that one. Don't want the Jupiter. And we don't want that South Node. We don't want to go where he's been. We want to see where he's going. So it's right here. This right here, this energy, this is where I want us to focus through August. This is why. It's because Jupiter is going to come and expand this angle with Sebastian. And you can see that the DA has a conjunction here with Sebastian. And he has a good standing, a good trine here. So I want to focus on this with the DA. What else do we want to see? Well, we clearly want to see where the FBI is coming in. We clearly want to see where the FBI would be coming in here. What do you mean, which DA? Oh, no, definitely not the old DA. No, this is DA Dean. DA Dean, this is the DA. If we were to look at, the old DA, right? We're not gonna see what we need to see in the present, right? So we got to look at DA Dean, but that's a great question. Definitely not the old DA. DA Whitley isn't here. Check this out. Let's go deeper. I'm going to take this off. Don't need that. Okay. Why is that one there? It's locked. Hold on. Oh, that's the Texas Roadhouse. Okay. Well, we don't need to see the Texas Roadhouse. We don't, that's really not neither here nor there. So let's move the Texas Roadhouse out. Okay. Let me get this off of here. Now we're cooking with gas. So the Mexico that we are seeing that's constantly staying in transit, we're going from Tennessee to Mississippi to Louisiana. We're going to clip and we're coming here into Mexico. Now, if we focus on the Mexico area or this Mississippi, Louisiana, and we look at the FBI, we see the FBI. Where are we going to find Sebastian? On the FBI line, because the FBI is involved. Let's see where the TBI is conjunct. The state of Tennessee is also here. Okay. So the FBI is going to receive leads here with the state of Tennessee and the House of Travel. Very important. Okay, the House of Travel. We're going into the Woodlands, Victoria, Texas. And we're going to into Mexico here. If we look over here into Georgia, this is where we're going to see a major expansion here. And the FBI shows up and shines with attention with kids, with the publicity. I like this. And I like it that the DA's North Node is here. So I like this angle. Okay. I like this angle. So let's look. Let's take the FBI off because we know that the FBI and the DA are conjunct. They're in conversation right here with Sebastian. Let's take them off. This is how you work a map, one of my maps. I'm just showing everybody how you could work one of my maps. Here's the missing Vulcanus and Leo that was conjunct the intensity that was surrounding home is coming this way. Coming this way. The 9th house is where Jupiter rules. So Jupiter coming here to expand August 6th is something that we can really be excited about, hopefully. And if it's not something that we want to see, we're going to create it. Meaning I will definitely be coming back on live and creating content to boost this energy here. So I like this one. I like this one a whole lot. We're going to go deeper inside. And I'm going to talk about the different ways that this could express itself. Excuse me. Let me turn on the addresses. So we're going to just follow this line and we're just going to look at addresses. Right now, we're just seeing the new construction, right? We're just seeing the new construction. Intense emotion with mom is possible on this angle. We're just going to keep on going. Jupiter really wants to go far. We could be looking at a church. We could be looking at a school, any type of education, teacher. In fact, we could even be looking at an SO. So let's turn on the offenders. How about that? Let's also turn on the offenders because we could be looking at an SO through here, a possible teacher. We're going to go Parsons Drive. The FBI is conjunct here. So this is where we really want to focus is on this conjunction. Because this is where the FBI is coming. So let's go back. Let's look here. Vehicle with no plates possibly found after Sebastian went missing. It was a Chevy Traverse. It was silver, bought at Benton Nissan in Columbia. Y'all remember that? Do you remember there was a vehicle with no plates on the side of the road? A Chevy Traverse. It was silver. It was bought at Benton Nissan in Columbia. Then we see a school. Mustang Lane. What school is this? Let's see. I think it's a school. No. Oh, it's not a school, Jen. What is this? What is this? I forget. I should have marked it better, but I didn't. It definitely looks like a school. Some type of education. Equestrian. Ooh, what is this? can't remember. It's a big park across the street from a bunch of beautiful horses, right? Tons of horses over here. Mustang Lane. It's some kind of park. Why can't I remember what park it is? You got a park back here. Soccer field. Soccer field. Oh my gosh, why didn't I put it there? But this explains it. Okay, this line is explaining that right there. It is explaining that right there. Let me see. Let me look at the sign. That way I can mark it. This is William. This is or Extos Middle School. No. Hold on. Let's go on to Google Maps. Dr. William Burris Elementary School and Knoxdal's Middle School at Drake's Creek. That's what this is. Soccer field. This is what I'm talking about. I like this. I like this area a lot because it's explaining the Leo energy. We're playing. We're playing. There's a lot of fun. There's schools here. This is it. Do you understand? This is definitely not Drake's Creek Park, but it is explaining a beautiful way in which we can express this itself, which this is definitely expressing itself. Don't see a school. I do see, a park. Let's look at from this point of view. This is on Drake's Creek Road. And then we could keep on going. We've looked at this road. We can keep on going. And this is where we get to the schools on Mustang Lane. This is where we get to the schools. There it is. The elementary is this way. And the middle school is this way. So if we go back to the map and we go all the way down Mustang, here is where the 9th house natal line is going. It's going over this school, okay? It's going to go over this school. It's going right here. Right here. Let's just go to the front or the back. This is the elementary school. His natal line is going right over that elementary, not the middle school, but the elementary school. You see what I'm saying? This is explaining it absolutely perfect. If I was looking on Google, you know how I do, and I'll look on Google and I'm like, no, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. It's not expressing itself that way. Well, the elementary school going this way is definitely expressing itself. This is no schools are here. There's nothing fun here, okay? But guys, there is something expressing itself right here, and the DA and the FBI are conjunct right through here where the plates or Mustang Lane is. Interesting, isn't it? Isn't that interesting? This is expressing itself in August. It should be. And if it's not expressing itself in August, guess who is going to express it? We are. Because that's the real news. That's the real news that we want to see. Because when we look at the Google of expressions the way that we did today, like with Dolly in Missouri and the Ozarks in Missouri, and we see that expression, we're looking for it on Google. We're looking for that and we're like, no, that's not it. That can't be it. That's it. We find it. We're like, yes, that's it. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to mapping. And when we look at the maps, we want to see this expressing itself. Do we think that he's in Mexico? No. Was it showing up in the transits and with the post with AtNight? Yes. Could he be in Mexico? Yes. We just looked at that angle, but what is coming? Okay. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. Watch. What's happening is this with Sebastian's natal. Now watch this. Oh, let me turn off these hotspots and addresses. Hold on. And the SOs, let me turn them off. Okay. You see how this one is, this angle that Jupiter is going to express itself on Mustang Lane is also going through here. It's going through Nashville. Well, West Nashville. It's going to go southwest of his home, over the Cumberland, down into White Oak. It's going to keep going the Duck River. It's going to keep on going, right? It's going to go into Mississippi. This angle is a square. That is what's going to be challenging for the law, for the education, for the system, for justice. And it's going to keep on going into Mexico. Because the Poseidon in that 12th house, the wisdom that Sebastian has about the past and where he's at, possible containment or what have you, that's it. And for the DA, it's going up here. That's the angle. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this, that the angle for Sebastian's natal, because he's the one we're looking for, his angles are going to matter more than anybody. So this angle that's coming over Mustang Lane, that's going into Mississippi, that's a challenge for the law enforcement. There's a challenge there. You see? You see what I'm saying? Let me check in. What are y'all saying? I'm nosy. What are y'all saying? Hey, Lady Freedom. Good to see you, honey. Yeah, say his name. Type his name out. Sebastian Rogers. This is a real deal update. Cinderella's saying, Shauna, sit down. That's hilarious. She says never. 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 She's taking a leap. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you, honeys. I don't want you to fall if you pass out. Oh, that's funny. Hey, Lady Freedom, great live last night. I didn't get to watch it. I went night-night. I was so worn out from them girls. Hey, honeys. Oh my gosh, Sandy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I love you too. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love Sebastian's army. You guys mean so much. You mean so much to me. You mean so much to us. Did they crash your live? I'm sure they did, girl. As soon as you put that link, boom. I might just put that link too. Oh, honey, you definitely want to watch the replay. You want to watch the replay for sure. You want to hit that thumbs up. You want to share the video out. You want to help this great work get out there because we are trying to teach people another way to investigate. That's right. We're not going to stop. That's right. You said crack the link. So are you guys understanding what I'm talking about here? So this is what we're going to watch. And let's see if there's anything else on that line with Jupiter. There's going to be an expansion there with Sebastian. But It's going to challenge the things from the past investigation. Okay. It's going to challenge the past investigation. There's two things that we noticed. We noticed the vehicle. There was a vehicle that was there. I've got the screenshot somewhere, but guys, if y'all been with this case since day one, you know that there was a vehicle there with no plates. And we traced it back to a vehicle that was bought in Colombia. Let's look at that. I just love this. I love this investigation. Absolutely. Colombia is right here. South Node suggests he's been here before with relationships. Law enforcement is faded here. Ooh-lee. Oh my goodness. That is Colombia. Let's see the addresses in Columbia. Grace Church. Aaron Solomon. Aaron Solomon. Let's see what else we got. No, we don't. Where's the Benton? There it is. There it is, guys. Benton Nissan of Columbia, the vehicle in question. The FBI receives leads here about things in the past. Same degree as me and Katie and Terry Bowersox. This is where the FBI is rising to the occasion. This is where the FBI is rising to the occasion that opposes Terry Bowersox right here. Now, let's go back. Let's don't get too carried away, and let's go ahead and look on this conjunction with Sebastian. Let's go back up. I know I got a lot of addresses, but we need them. Okay. Here is where the vehicle was found. This is where the vehicle was found with no license plate. This is the focus on this line because it's this line, not any other one. It's going to be this angle that is going to be expanded with the law enforcement August 6th. This one right here. And it's going over the elementary school right here. Pertinent. But you don't see that the FBI is on that one. No, they're over this one. They're over the Mustang Lane and Drakes Creek Road. And we're coming, and look where we're coming. We're coming down stop 30 on the other side of where me and Lady Freedom went, though. Let's see if there's anything that we can see that's going to show us any type of Leo energy, and we don't see it. We don't see it unless I'm missing it, but we don't see it. It's again, we got a new construction area. It could be publicity. Let's keep on going. Do we see a school here? No. We see a park here? No. Oh. Developer, Tennessee Properties. Okay. That could be something, but no. What else do we see here? Boomerang Hotels. Well, I don't know if you've been listening to any of these other lives, but some of the other channels have been talking about the Boomerang Hotels. I think Lady Freedom did, didn't you, Lady Freedom? I think you did. Shauna's yelling, Jenn. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Attention. Attention. Oh, welcome to the Watchers, Sandy. Somebody said, welcome to the Watchers. Where you at, girl? Oh, look at you becoming a member. I thought you were already a member, but thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I think that there's definitely been chatter about the Boomerang Hotels. Yes. And I'm pretty sure that you and I talked about it. The Boomerang Hotels. They're affiliated with other people. Either way, we are going to see this right here this line and how it's going to express itself, well, we can only imagine. But this DA, let's keep on going. We're coming over the Cumberland. What else is here? Oh, there is an associate. We got the campground. Okay, so there's a campground here. The campground is more of a Libra than Leo. But if there's a children's camp here, okay, if there's a children's camp or if there is a playground here, we could definitely look at that. Let's see. Because I'm pretty sure I see tennis courts right here. How do we get here? How do we get here? How do we get here? This is Sanford. There's a boat dock, but I do see that definitely looks like that could be Leo. You know, we see tennis courts here. There's a lot of playfulness that is going on, any type of competition. There is definitely a competition here. And this is off of Saunders Ferry. Let's keep going because we're looking. We ain't going to stop looking. Let's see. Okay, so let me take this off so I can show you. Hold on. Let me take this off so I can show you who this is. Because when I tell you guys that I got some people on here, I do. I absolutely do. Oh my God, what happened? Hold on. What'd I do? Oh, right here. Let me go. Here we go. Wait till you see this. Now I can show it to you. Now I can show it to you. This is Joshua Savley, TBI agent in charge of the criminal division of the TBI. That's where the DA Dean, meets his North Node. This isn't just about the TBI, right? Because this is coming from Sebastian's home. This is about Sebastian, the DA, and the FBI. Right there. Criminal division. Which means that if we were to take this angle seriously with the DA going over his house, that this is possibly a criminal investigation. Somebody. Because that dude that I've got on the map is right there. And there's the DA. That's faded with children and publicity. So, yeah, well, let's just keep on going. Let's keep on going. Keep on going. See if there's any place else that we can find. Cemetery Road. Oh, Brian's old place. So, Brian. Y'all know who Brian is, right? You know who Brian is. Yes, ma'am. What? I'm going to drop the link in case y'all, if I get to going and y'all need to talk some things out or something, you can let me know. There's the link, guys. So, this person that I just showed you up there, he is over the criminal investigation, over the TBI's criminal investigation, Joshua Lavley. Or he was when I made this map. This is Brian's old place. Brian's old place. And this area is Middle Valley, Tennessee. What is this? Middle Valley, Tennessee. I've never even heard of Middle Valley. What the hell is Middle Valley? Saudi Daisy. This is by Saudi Daisy. It's Brian's old place. DA's right there. Faded with you. We can keep on going. We are going into Athens. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Let me take this off. Hold on. Oh, really? Really? Okay. Don't want to get in no trouble here. Okay. Justin Dier, a friend of KP. Who is KP? Katie. Justin Dier. This is an associate of hers. And this is where the FBI is shining. Interesting. Oh, let me take that off too. Hold on. I don't know if this is if this is any relation to the Proudfits or not, but this is in Georgia, and we were talking about Georgia today. So this line with Sebastian with the disordered aggression last night. This is Georgia, guys. So there's Paris Island. That's South Carolina. This is Georgia. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Yeah, it's the Georgia South Carolina border. Huh. Oh, let's go back. Hold on. Shit. I'm pretty sure that I'm just goofy when it comes to this. I've always done this. I don't know why. It's like every one that I'm okay now. Okay, let me go back. So this is an old address for General Proudfoot. General Proudfoot now lives in Virginia. This is definitely a relative of Chris's. Then we have Paris Island. We have Justin Dier. And we've got Diane Proudfoot. So we've got these. But I want you to see how close the FBI is to Justin. Let me see if I've got Justin's chart. Let me see if I've got him. Because I forgot about him. It doesn't look like it. Let me make sure that I don't have it. Somebody, because sometimes I do like a slash, but I don't. But I will look for it. I will look for it. I don't have his birthday though. I don't have it, but that's interesting because how did I find Justin? Well, anybody that is on public records, whether it be with Seth, the Proudfoots, if you got an associate on public records, I got him on the map. If they have an associate on public records, they're on the map. And some of their associates and family members are also on the map if I've deep dived them. You know what I'm saying? So we have this map that is going to be, and let's keep on going for a second because it looks like I've extended this on out. So we know that Sebastian's is going to be right through here. We know that the energy with the FBI is going to be on this side too. So we're just going to keep going because we know that they're here. We know that they're here. Now, what? You don't say. Are we in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands? You bet you we are. This is it. Is the Virgin Islands fun? Has it been publicized? What about Puerto Rico? What about these islands? What about these islands? I mean, we could keep on going down, but y'all get the drift. You get it? This conjunction right here with the FBI. There's the British Virgin Islands. There's San Juan. U.S. Virgin Islands, right there. You see it. There's the islands, guy. There it is. And this is where the DA reaches a fate. Could it be closer up? Could it be closer up? Could it be on Mustang Lane? Or do we need to go all the way down? But there is a square. There's a challenge. There's a challenge with that angle with Sebastian and the things of the past with hidden sex, with the investigation. Watch this. Watch this now. Let's go back. Let's turn off all of these addresses and let's only turn on the SOs. Let's only turn on the SOs, the offenders, right? Do we have offenders on this one? Yes, we do. But I need to make sure that I'm not going to dox them. So hold on. Make sure that I don't have their addresses because I do. Of course I do. Huh, who is, oh God, I can't remember. Oh, who was she again? Oh. Is this Chris's ex-wife? Hold on. Let me show you guys. I can't remember. Hold on. Is this Chris's ex-wife? Who was Stephanie Saka again? Isn't that her? Isn't that one of his ex-wives? Do y'all remember? Isn't she one of Chris's ex-wives? Because the DA is right there. The DA and the FBI are right there as well. Do y'all remember? Yes or no? Who is Stephanie? I can't remember. Damn it, I cannot remember. Okay. Well, I wish Seth was in here. Let me see. Stephanie Saka. There you go, guys. List of Chris Proudfoot's wives in chronological order. Sarah Vanessa Binkley, Stephanie Satka. You see why the map is such a good tool to have? Because we may not remember after all this time, but there's the DA. And there is the FBI. Right here. Not completely over her house. Here is an SO, Wesley Wiseman. SO. Wesley Wiseman, Stephanie. This is the closest address that I have with the SOs, and I've got her under an SO, so I've got to move her to addresses. Now, she is not a SO anymore. But she's definitely there. This is where the FBI is shining right here. So I want to look at this conjunction. Hold on. Let me take that off. Hold on. Let me take that address off. I mean, yeah. Here's another SO. He is a roofer. This offender is a roofer. Let me show you this. Right there. This is a roofer. Oh. And I want you to see that the FBI line is going right over his place of business. The FBI shines with attention and kids here, 10th house. Lots of action with kids on this angle gains a lot of attention with the FBI. So I've looked at this guy and I'm going to continue to look at him. A roofer going right over his business. I'm just looking at the SOs now because we've already looked at the other. And I'm going to look at the other angle. I've only got the close ones. We're going to look at this angle too, because this angle is also going to matter when it comes to SOs, especially with the law enforcement and the FBI. This is where the FBI receives. This degree has a Chris signature, I say. Okay, let me take off these addresses and only show yeah, only want to be looking at this one. Okay. All right. Let me take off these addresses. Edit. Here we go. I've definitely looked at this dude. I've definitely looked at him. Okay. Let me take the addresses off because I've got quite a few over here. Okay. God dang, man. They're just sorry, I got quite a few over here. Some of them some of the addresses I did take off, but let me see if I keep on going. God dang, man. There's tons of them going there. Okay, that's my goodness gracious. Hold on, guys. Sorry. It'll be done now because I will be saving this. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Now I can show you. Okay. Let's go up here. This is the angle that we're going to look at with the FBI. Right through here. I want to look where the DA is. So this is what the DA can't see with this angle. Okay. With meeting that north node. And this is what is going to challenge the FBI from showing up and showing out when it comes to Sebastian's case. So I want to look from this line to this line where the DA and let me see if the missing is here. The missing is here. Hidden sex. Color brings enlightenment. Okay. Now watch this. Watch this. Okay, so here is an old address for Michael Brake. He is an SO. Christopher Allen Starr, also an SO. So it's these people that we've got to look at. Ryan Roper, he's also an offender. Another address for Michael Brake. Roger Binkley. You see what I'm saying? So we've got some SOs that we need to be looking at. Perry Mitchell, his work. There is the maximum security prison. This is Cockrell Bend. It's a maximum prison. Interesting that Cockrell Bend prison and the FBI is receiving a lead here from the prison itself. Guys, why would the prison Cockrell Bend? Are we looking at a past offender? We could be. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, babe, for the support. Say his name. Type his name, Sebastian Rogers. You're coming home. Energy collectively is strong. Say and type. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you all for everything that you do to bring attention to Sebastian's case, because without us all working together for a common cause, Sebastian's just, lost in Neverland in the public eye. And we have to be what we want to see, right? We have to be what we want to see. But if we keep looking like we do, eventually we're going to find something. We're going to find something that's going to click and we're going to go, yes, that's where he's at. Let's go. Let's go get this boy. So it's this area right through here. And I'm going to turn on the addresses because we're not going to get into any more Grimes Canoe Base. So this is Flatwoods, Tennessee. This is a Boy Scout. Boy Scout. Remains are found there. Remains are found here. Sebastian's line was pulling it because it's things that we don't see, right? We just don't see that. And because it's in the past. We don't know if this was his remains. It wasn't. We didn't know if these were his remains, but it wasn't. And it's hitting his line. And when it hits his line, you could say, oh, Jen, it's hitting the line. Could that be him? Probably not. Because it's in the 12th house. The things that you have in your 12th house hides. It's hiding in the past. It stays hidden. It's like in the unconscious, in that subconscious. It's hanging out behind the scenes. I'll be in the chicken coop. Sebastian Rogers, we will not stop. Yes, thank you. Hit that thumbs up, guys. He is alive, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. That's right. That's right. Okay, let's look at it again. Come on up here, sis. Come on up here, honeys. Hi. Hey, Shauna. Shauna's clicked that link. She's like, what's up, girl?
Hi. Hey, girl. I just wanted to be up here. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I'm just listening.
Oh, you just want to and whenever you want to. Interrupt me whenever you want to. Y'all click that
No,
link.
this is exciting. I'm just so proud. This is huge.
I think so too. I think it's great. I think it's great when we can, we can just come together for a common cause and we could go, hey, let's, and I appreciate everything that you do too behind the scenes, that people just don't realize. Right? Right.
Aw.
But yeah, click that link, guys, if you want to be a part of the discussion. I'm going to keep on going and looking, okay? Interrupt me when you want to. Feel free. Feel free. Okay, where are we at now? Okay, so we're now looking. Let's go back up because let's see what else we have here with the addresses, because now we're taking them off. There's not just trace, things that we don't see. Remains found. There's Hohenwald, Tennessee, the Grimes Canoe Base, and we can keep on going. And you can see that this is in New Albany. We are in Mississippi, New Albany, Myrtle, Mississippi, Blue Springs, Bruce, Mississippi, Greenwood, We really want to focus on the FBI line, though, because that's really where it's going to be, I would say. There's Eudora. I don't know what that. Now we're getting into Louisiana. Now we're getting into Louisiana, and what do we have here? We got EquiSearch. What? Whoa. Whoa. Now that's what I'm talking about. EquiSearch. Did y'all see that? Did you see the EquiSearch? Did you see it, guys? This is in Texas. This is in Texas with EquiSearch.
You got the map up?
Yeah,
Okay.
there it is. Oh, shoot. Why do I keep doing that? Here we go. There's Tim Miller with EquiSearch on that missing line. Tim with EquiSearch, who came to search for Sebastian. This angle is a Scorpio angle. It's about the investigation. It's about the investigation. So if we think about that, missing Poseidon opposes Selena in Taurus. Poseidon in Scorpio represents pond, wisdom, teaches during the missing event, could be wisdom of hiding, hidden sex. That's going over Tim with EquiSearch, and it's coming all the way down to Corpus Christi, Monterey, and Mexico. This is the challenges of this investigation as far as I can see with this angle. Y'all understand what I just did with that? I mean, I just took it to a whole nother level. We started out, remember? We started out with just looking up at this angle with the DA and Sebastian. Now it's with the DA, it's this angle that is in a good standing with the investigation with the DA. So we got to look on this angle too, right? We got to look here because that is going to be activating as well on August 6th when this comes into expand with Sebastian Rogers. Right? Right, guys? We got to look at that other angle.
Yes. Yes.
So if we go up there, she's like, yeah, get on it. Start looking. Okay, so let's look at this. Who is here? Let's look at that. There's Bobby. There's Bobby. Remember, we know who Bobby is. She's the neighbor. What he doesn't see, or that which brings a lot of warring to him, other people's money, hidden sex, some type of containment with Sebastian, is going over her house. Right? It's going over her house. Now, if we turn on the addresses and the SOs, we're going to see we're going over Ward Lane. Okay, we've been over Ward Lane. We've searched Ward Lane a lot. But this is Ward Lane right here where the DA is coming. Let's see if the FBI is here, though. Do we really want to waste time? Is the FBI here? What's the FBI's? Is the FBI showing up and showing out? The FBI isn't really making any type of connection with this line. They're over here. They're over here. Okay, so I'm really not interested. The state of Tennessee is here. This is where there's a lot of emotional explosions here. Lots of warring, and it's with Bobby. Okay, so that's pretty much expressing itself to me. I am not. Let's see, there's the missing. Okay. We like this one better, I think. I think we do. I think I do. I think I like these better. Okay, so we've looked at the FBI. We've looked at, well, let's look. at the parents. Whoa, now we really got them. Okay, so let's take off some of the parents. Let's look at Katie. Okay. Looks like Katie is really on this side with the DA. You see that? Because she's got a blue line and the DA and her are like on top of each other right there. So let's go over here with Katie. There's a conjunction here. What is that? It says desires to hide, death, rebirth, regeneration. It's active on this line with Katie. Interesting. Like a containment of some sort. This is active with the investigation. All right. So we know that we got Katie here. Let's take her off. Let's look at Chris. Well, Chris is there. Divine justice with what's hidden sex, possible landfill, containment, pond, dirty water, sewage, work, business, father. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so Chris is Hygeia. This is about health. It's about a lot of disordered aggression with the trash. This is where the trash would have been the trash truck. This could be something about the trash truck. Here's Seth. Seth's son is in good standing with his desires to know what happened to Sebastian. Kids and law enforcement meet here with groups and Seth Rogers. I like this. Okay, so all the parents are there. You see what I'm saying? All the parents are there. Let's go to this one because this is what goes to Mustang Lane.
Yes.
All the way down to the Virgin Islands. Yeah, you want to see the parents here?
Yeah. Not all the
Yeah.
way to the Virgin Islands unless you want
No, we
to,
don't have to.
Okay.
We don't have to see them all the way to the Virgin Islands. We already know. I've already shown that is going all the way. So this is what Chris learns. Long travel is what he learns about a child, possibly Sebastian, on this angle. This is what he learns and what he teaches. This is a good standing with the law enforcement. House of values and what's hidden with video, gaming, or organizations. I've got to put that in there. This is where the DA is meeting his North Node. And this is where Seth meets his North Node too with a relationship. With a relationship. The relationship with Juno is going to be a relationship. Somebody that is either with Sebastian right now. But guess whose house this is going over to? Stephanie Sotka. It's going over Chris's ex-wife too. This conjunction goes to Chris's ex-wife, Stephanie. Goes into Chattanooga through Georgia. This is a great line to find Sebastian on. Trash guy. This conjunction is where the trash can may have been in front of Stafford Court. I don't know why I put that because that's not Stafford Court. That would be the opposition. Could have put that there. Okay. And then Katie. Katie is also here. This is where she's been before. Her South Node. So Katie's South Node, where she's been before, is coming this way. But where Seth is going with the DA is where she's been. Where Seth is going with the DA to obtain justice is where she has been.
In
It's
Leo.
where she's been.
Good Lord.
Interesting, isn't it?
And I just seen it. It's in Leo at that.
Girl, this has been this is where Jupiter is coming. So let me show you guys again for those of you that's just joining, and just break it down again because it's going to be here. It's going to be here. Right here. This is the line that I'm talking about. That's going to be activated in in August. Here it is. But it's not an easy one. I can't stress that enough. We're about to get ready for that great return, though. Then we come to phase 3, which is the great return. on August 6th at 5 a.m., Hygeia and Jupiter in Leo will meet his point of fortune. As the sun rises, we see the energy of cleansing and expansion. It's a beacon of hope for a discovery that brings order to chaos. Remember, didn't you say, Shauna?
Yes.
I got a text where I'm getting the chills right now. You said not too long ago, ooh, when Jupiter, I can't wait to see when Jupiter comes to that part of fortune.
Yes.
Okay, now let me show you guys what I'm talking about with the part of fortune with Sebastian's chart. This is where Jupiter is going to expand. Okay, it's going to expand here. This is very important that we understand that this is where Jupiter is coming. And there is, I can promise you one thing. I can promise you one thing. This energy is definitely going to expand, and it's going to be hopefully something that we are going to enjoy seeing. And if it's not, you can bet your butt that we are going to make sure that it does. We're going to make sure that it does. It's this right here. Hold on, let me get my pen out. It's this right here that is going to expand with what I was just talking about. Oh, shoot. Right here. This part of fortune is an 810. So Jupiter is going to come here to the outer wheel first, the 0024. Then it's going to come here. And then Jupiter is going to come here where he's been. Him and his mom have their lunar nodes in Leo and Aquarius. Where he has been is where his mother has been. And where he is going is where his mother is also going with organizations and groups. Okay. But this is education. But we're traveling far, or we're going to a teacher. There's a lot of publicity here where he's been before. Jupiter is going to come and expand this 810. Then it's going to come here. But first, it's going to expand this 0024. We got a lot to really look forward to with Jupiter expanding that. And I'm hoping and praying that it's not going to be anything. Oh my gosh, girl. Click the link again. Yeah, right? Wow. Wow is right. My goodness. My goodness gracious. We have some things to really look forward to with Sebastian's case. And if it's not the way that we want to see it expressed, we're going to come back to the map. We're going to call it back. We're going to call the attention back here. Because we've got to find Sebastian. We've got to find him. And if it's not being productive, if the chatter isn't productive, we will create productive chatter. Does that make sense? To hit that part of fortune. If we look at the data for the part of fortune, your greatest joy is experienced through the discovery of truth. Jupiter is wanting the truth. Jupiter wants to teach.
In the ninth house at that.
It says you need to be aware of the duality between worldly and spiritual realms. Living as a shining example to others brings you fulfillment. You have a lot of joy when you achieve power and honor. You need to avoid distractions. So that's the part of fortune. The South Node, this is a quest to understand interactions between people. You need to leave behind your very belief systems, religion, dogma of past lives, and find a viable form for communication. This is a quest towards service to humankind. That means, did he go somewhere to be of service to someone else, to give his time and his service for free? Is he helping serve? Is there a dedication to children? Is there a dedication to studies, because the ninth house is also a higher learning. This is a study. Remember, Chris said, this case will be studied. This case will be studied. Well, there it is. This is the study, the
If that was
higher
an
learning.
omen, if it wasn't
Mhm.
literal, it was an omen. He just didn't
Right.
know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And, y'all are more than welcome to come up here and join in. I just wanted to bring the attention. Well, Shauna and I both did. I mean, we were talking about this morning. We were talking about last night. We wanted to bring the attention to another way to investigate and it be productive, lucrative, where we can say, hey, what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for education. We found it on Mustang Lane.
Phew, that Mustang.
That was the first place that I found any type of education or any type of playful area.
See that right there. Sometimes it's going back to the
Yeah.
beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And this energy today with him, with just so much, it's just a pivotal and pivot moment, time and day. And the energy as a collective, say his name, type it.
Yes.
It seems woo woo, but it's not.
Mm-mm. It's just another way to investigate. I mean, we can use the tool of astrology for so many ways, and a lot of people just they don't understand that we can use it. This is not astrocartography, by the way. This is not astrocartography. This is so different than a bunch of squiggly lines going everywhere. This is not astrocartography. We are using another type of method that's very innovative. There's probably 3 or 4 of me in the whole world that's using this method. It's very innovative. It's different. It's the future. It's the future.
And one day she's going to really teach this with curriculum.
Yeah, one day. One day that'll be definitely in the future, God willing, that there will be some type of curriculum that can teach this to help more people understand this way, this method of finding Sebastian, finding
And right
Summer,
now is doing the work,
finding
is
the
doing the
missing
good work.
kids.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Oh, it's being studied. Exactly. Careful what you wish for. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Yes. That's right, Smiley. That's right, Smiley. Everybody's like, yep, yep. Mm-hmm.
That is something I would definitely wish for. It's a knowing. It's not a wish. Just have to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah. And yes, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We're looking for
Thank you,
you.
Cindy. I love Cinderella. I love you guys all. Good Lord. This tribe,
Lord,
army.
no idea it was going to happen. We don't give up. We definitely don't give up. Not going to give up. We're in it to win it. We're in it to win it. And I hope and pray that they don't know, where Sebastian's at. But let me tell you something. The lines are not lying to us. If you were to watch any of my past videos, especially when I'm live and I'm looking for somebody, um, the Nancy Guthrie case was really when she first went missing and JLR was going different places. And then the FBI, when the FBI when we saw them in action exactly at the place, when we saw the FBI exactly at the place that I was looking at, whoa, whoa, that should show anybody and everybody that it works. It works. When we come to the earth, we're in our mama's womb. When we exit that womb, they write down a birth time. That's a creation that has come into the earth. We're on a spinning ball, a planet. Tell me that ain't woo woo. We're spinning on a planet. That's some woo woo stuff right there. My gosh.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Just like earlier, science is woo woo, right? It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I just want to
It's
say
all
really
about
quick.
him.
Yes, it
Mhm.
is. And as I was saying, say his name. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, you are coming home.
You're coming home,
You are
Sebastian.
coming home.
There is a difference, though. He never dreamed we would. I don't think that anybody thought that this case with Sebastian would get blown up like it did. And it's going to be studied. It will be studied. It's being studied now. I'm studying the crap out of it. I'm studying it. It's all about him. All about him. Yeah, we hope that you are having a good day so far, Lady Freedom. I hope that all of you are having a good day. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, for listening to this live because you're learning. You're learning something very valuable. And that is that these dates are coming and going, and we are here to be an observer, to be a witness. How magical is that? That we can be an observer, we can be a witness, and we can really call it out for what it is. The thing is that we know that that angle is going to be highlighted with Sebastian on his map. On the map, there is going to be a highlight, a major highlight here with the map. And if we look at this, we turn the parents back off and we look at the DA, we're going to start seeing, let me turn Sebastian back on. That outer wheel, I want to show you the outer wheel. See. Where is that outer wheel that is coming first? Geez Louise. It's a 120. It's a 120, so it's going to come here. It's going to be pretty close to that line, but it's going to come here first. Let me see which one is going to. It's coming here. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we are. Shit, where'd it go? There it is, right here. So let's turn these off. Hold on. Here's another way. And this is kind of I like kind of teaching you guys also just how to read the map, how we can read it. Let's go back. The new DA. Let's get him closer to Sebastian here. I don't think. Okay, let's get rid of him. Okay, so the FBI is definitely they're following this one. Okay, so it's the FBI. Let's look at the FBI. That's it right there. There it is. Whoa. So they are going to be, this is the outer wheel for Sebastian. I've got the SOs still on, I think. Yep, there's the roofer. There's another one. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up just a second. Let me take this off because I don't want the addresses to be on here. Now. Now. Here's the oh shit. Hold on. Here's the SOs. And this one. So we got a roofer here. We got another one here. And this is the FBI. Home work for them is on this angle when it comes to what took place in the past with Sebastian. Jupiter is going to come and expand this right here. And Jupiter will have an opposition. It'll be going to Springfield. Let me take that address off too. Hold on. Let me take that address off. Oh, this is just the sheriff's office. I can keep that. That's a trip. That's the Robertson County Sheriff's Office. Okay. All right. Okay. This is the Robertson County, Springfield, Robertson County Sheriff's Office. Okay. We're going into North Carolina. Henderson, North Carolina, where those remains were found. And you see how I've showed you a bunch that remains have hit his natal lines, but it has not been him, right? It's not been him. So let's turn off the addresses and the SOs again, because this is where we are going to see an expansion. We go closer to his home. This is where we are going to see an expansion here. It's going to go over Kellyn. It's going into the new construction here. Willow Bend, Long Hollow Pike, and we are going over the rescue. If he met someone online or if someone online gives lead, this angle is pertinent. It's about groups, attention, video, search and rescue. This degree matches Homeland and Michael Silver's on the scene. This is the fire hall. And this is 3221. It's that little rock house right there. And you can see that this is Long Hollow Pike. There's the church right there. Interesting. This is going in the back. Here's that long road. Remember the road that I was telling you about that goes far out, far into the creek? I mean, there's this road. Then there's a bridge. I've got a hot spot where the bridge is. The bridge is right here. When you see me and Jeff and Jill in the water, and you see a bridge with a bunch of stuff, a bunch of debris, that's where we were. I've just marked it as a hot spot because that's where we were. But if we were to get out of the creek and walk the bank, this is where we would be. If we got out of the creek and walked the bank, this is the fire hall. This is the fire hall. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So we parked right here. We walked back here to the creek. We walked back here to the creek, and we walked it this way. And there's a bridge right here. You see that little V? What do you call that again, Jeff, if you're still in here? We walked it. And these two little V's right here, I can't remember what they're called. Shoot, it's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't think. Anyways, this is where the bridge is. But if we got outside the creek and we walked the bank, this is where we are walking to, the FBI line. We would actually be walking to the FBI line. Seth. There's Chris. And there's the TBI. Okay. TBI is also here. This is their lowest point. This is the lowest point when it comes to the attention. When it comes to the home of Sebastian and not being able to find Sebastian, they have a low point with publicity and children. But the FBI is really where I would want to go. So I would have to get outside of the creek and walk the bank. And so that could be on the agenda. But I don't want to bore you guys. Yeah, chicane. Thank you. I don't want to bore you guys. I see Shauna Dunn dropped again. Shauna, you dropped from me, honey. She dropped from us. Oh, fresh corn. Y'all making me hungry. I've been on here for quite a while. They're going to scatter like ants. I've been thinking, what if he was placed with a family and now the family is scared? I mean, I guess that's possible. It is so fascinating. It is so fascinating. I love it. So fascinating how it comes together like a donut. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Okay. That's very interesting. Very interesting. She was doing something. I mean, there was an intense conversation with her and her son at the table. Culverts. Yep. Yeah, we searched those chicanes. Those were very important for us. Very important. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Say his name. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Youth Opportunities Investments owns Bledsoe Youth Academy. They have 29 schools, and it makes me wonder how many they are actually affiliated with. And I've got them all on the map. Bledsoe, I've got them on the map. There is, yeah, Gigi's here. Don't know. Don't know. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you so very much for being here. I could talk about Sebastian all night long. I really could. I know that y'all would probably hang out. Some of y'all would definitely hang out with me as long as we are talking and looking at the maps. And I appreciate it because you know what? I may not have 1,000 of you in here hitting that thumbs up and sharing and, just throwing dollars at me and praising me and everything. But guess what? I know the value. I know, even if nobody was here and I was just talking to myself, I know the value of what I do is absolutely phenomenal. And the searchers that have used the maps to search for the missing, using my maps and using my advice, say the same thing. It's phenomenal. Don't know how you do it, Jen, but it's phenomenal. The way that my line expressed itself is exactly the way it expressed itself. And I'm like, yeah, because the map's not lying. It's going to express. And that's the reason why when you live on a line, astrocartography is going to tell you, oh, you live on this line. Well, I'm going to tell you, you live on this one. This is how it's going to express itself. You don't have to be missing. But the method that I use is extraordinary. And I'm so glad that I came across of it. I am evolving a matterofperception.org. I'm evolving their study. That's all I'm doing. I'm evolving their study. And it's a challenge because a lot of people don't get it. They don't understand how it works, but I can show you. I can show you. I can teach you. It's just, you're just going to have to be in here day after day. And it does take time and it takes energy from you to be able to learn something new. And it's not for everybody, it's just not for everybody. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Smiley. Thank you, Lady Freedom. Thank you, everybody, for always supporting the good work of finding these babies. Thank you always for supporting me, Jeff. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. That's right. It's exactly right. It's all about Sebastian. And I'm going to end this live with Sebastian's anthem, with his theme. I love you guys.
Clean like your soul won't be forgotten. We stand strong for you, never give up. Seek justice and truth. Day and night we search. Community gathers, wipe the tears away. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, babe. It lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, hey, it lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's on.